I love how EV Mux interprets super stickers.
Oh, yeah?
A pile of poop with a face.
That's fantastic. Tox is in the chat. He's like, oh fuck. Yeah, Tox, where are you? Producer man. Probably taking a nap.
Oprah's a cheater.
Oprah's a what?
Cheater.
Her weight loss pills?
Yeah.
Huh.
Weight Watchers stock is dropping.
Like a rock. Is it because of those injections?
Because Oprah parted ways with them so that she could take weight loss pills.
It's Thursday night, getting ready for the show now. Tension's running high, and I'm feeling I could throw down. Hit me with that line like getting ready for a fight. Cause we're throwing down this Thursday night.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Corey's kind of singing.
The whole big nation is rolled out for the showdown. That must mean it's Thursday night throwdown. Better be ready for anything that goes down. What can we say? But welcome
Talk
to the
said I'm loud.
showdown.
I toned it down.
Showdown, that must mean it's Thursday night throwdown. Better be ready for anything that goes down. What can we say? But welcome to the show now. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, you are very low. This talk's $20.
Comics Division and Nick Weiser too. Culture Casino and Toxic Man Blue. Probable Tom Connors take the stage. Cause the whole Pixel Nation wants to hear you say, we aren't slaves to the machine. Never be forced down on our knees. Hard and strong all day long, never giving up. Can't walk away cause we ain't had enough. Calling out the giants, laying them down. Forever be defiant to the one that weighs the crown. Pixel Nation knows when they hear the sound. That just means a Thursday night throwdown. Yeah. Yeah.
Penis. Entertainment that
Oh,
always
thanks.
rises to the occasion.
You know, Toxic Man Flu is so much better than me.
We're the
There
same
you go.
height, so he's better than both of us.
That's true, but at least he's not an asshole about it like Drunk 3PO. He did say last time we were in Dallas that I had nice calves. It was kind of weird.
You have the calves of a 90-year-old woman.
We got your back, Comics. You okay back there, Nick?
Brawlable to TNT Command. Target is live. That's a confirmed hit. Target is down.
Oh, I get the helicopter because I'm the fat kid. That's bull. You, Kurtzman!
I don't have any hands and feet, Comics. I can't fly a plane.
You are surprisingly good looking.
It's Thursday night Throwdown!
Yeah, as you can see, this got recycled from last week.
Wow.
I'm producerless today. I'm surprised we got this far. So here we are. And here is everybody else. Hello, everybody else. How are you guys doing?
I'm good.
Fine.
Fine. Fine. Fine.
Fine.
Good.
Plain no
Very
fine.
decent.
Yeah, Nick,
Very
you're really low, dude. You got to bring that mic over.
Yeah,
closer
your
to you.
mic is not grabbing you, bro.
That's weird because I was just, speaking to you guys, and I just checked my settings. Maybe I'll just pull out and slide back in.
All right.
Well, that's what she said.
Yeah.
You do that, Nick.
Oh, I'm pulling out. All right, I'm pulling out.
He pulled out.
I didn't need that
As
information.
Father Miller pulls out of the chat.
I didn't
Well,
say
you know,
anything.
Nick. That's all I gotta say.
Look, I mean, there's a certain thing to the rhythm.
Yeah.
method.
Love him, hate him. The guy sure can pound a lot of booze. So, there's that. Welcome to Thursday, everyone. And we got lots to talk about. Of course, my dog's bark in the background. Any of you guys get a chance to check out Showgun besides myself and Southern Belle?
Nope.
Oh, here's the cool man.
I'm sitting there working on headlines, watching Showgun because I thought we were going to be doing that tonight, and I'm working on memes, and suddenly I hear the music go off in my ear. And you guys are on, and I'm like, the only thing I could think of doing was just super chatting.
You are way hot.
Yeah,
I am?
Hot.
Yeah.
Yes. Way hot.
Why would that be?
I don't know. It's really weird.
I don't find
it
you.
seems like EV Mux is definitely messing with settings.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know. I mean, Nick was
It sounds like your
low.
gain's up because we can hear your fan and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it is.
Troubleshooting with Toxic Man Flu. Yeah, we will definitely be talking about Showgun. That is definitely on one of the topics we'll be talking about. Apparently, Culture, get a chance to see it?
What?
I even heard
Showgun?
Mrs. Flu whispering at him,
No.
"You're very loud."
I know. I'm like, what the heck?
Why are you so loud?
I don't know. You ask me that every day.
Yes.
I think comics is secretly gay.
We all know you're really gay, so.
Oh, sorry. What did I do?
It's okay. Just be loud and
You
proud
realize I
about it,
had to
Tox.
see it.
It's fine.
I don't know. The chat's saying they blew out, or he blew out their ears.
Probably.
I probably did.
While you guys are kind of figuring all that out, I'm gonna go and get some of the super chats that rolled in before we started. Rolling the Wretched for $100 says, I would say this without motivation, but this is a bribe for Vegas, so you at least shovel Tox before me. It says, read today. The New York Attorney General is coming about the largest beef producer for climate change. Better watch out, Culture. I'm pretty sure you'll be next. And kind of wish I had a drum roll for that, or rim shot. Is that
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine too. Yeah,
That's close.
close enough. Oh man, he said that like 2 hours ago. Thank you, Roland. That was very generous of you, sir. Let me see. Yeah, there's also that.
What was that?
We will give you the Dukes of Hazard thing.
The Dicks of Hazard.
Dukes of Hazard. Also the Dukes of Hazard.
Wow.
Wow.
Bear Kitty for is it still not considered 99 pence? I guess that.
It's just say a
Oh, we
dollar
found it.
or 1
Oh,
pound.
okay, it's $1.
Or a euro.
For one
That's
British
actually
dollar.
a euro.
Is it euro? I
Yeah,
guess
you
it is a euro.
misgendered the money, bro.
I don't think you misgendered money, dude. Stop detonating currency. Kitty Bear with a poop emoji with a face, because that's what EV Mux says.
Wow.
Toxic the Man Flu, $5 says, oh fuck. I realized late, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Wow.
You might have to defend that. I don't know.
What?
Another Toxic Man Flu super chat for $5 says, wow, on this end, we suck something awful.
Yeah, sorry
It's
about
only
that.
gotten worse since you got here.
Air K for $2. Don't worry, you will get the hang of it this someday. Yeah, maybe. And Paul Garrett says for $5, been watching a while. Thought I would drop you some clams. Well, thank you, Paul. I do appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you for hanging out with us. And over on the Rumble side, we have Mod Eric. What is it? It's $1. Says you can start. I am waiting, Dix. Yeah. And we also have Empress saying Leighton Crow.
Late and
For $20.
For $20.
I have to tell you,
Where's
Crow
my
does not
limiter?
look good.
What's that?
Crow reboot does
Oh my
not
God.
look good.
dude. It looks
Yeah,
like a
since that is actually the thumbnail, let's talk about that first. I know that we've talked about it before. I've complained
this
about
one?
it immensely.
Wow.
The show or movie really is what it is. It looks awful. The issue is that they have not been able to replicate the success of the original movie from the 90s. He looks like reject Joker
He does.
rather than the Crow.
It does look like a reject Joker, which is saying a lot considering how awful Jared Leto looked as the Joker and the fact that this is as bad.
Yeah. And Nick, you need to again get in closer to that mic because it is really low.
That's
I
really
think I know
odd
what it is.
because
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Jared Leto's Joker. And I mean, if you've seen the original artwork from the comic, I mean, he does have tattoos, but not nearly as many as he has here. Also, Hero looks bad. I don't know if this has any more pictures, but it's just this whole thing has been a fucking mess, guys. I know they talked about doing this since like 2015, and it's like switched hands like a number of times between like directors, producers, actors, whatnot. And the issue is that there's a bunch of different Crow comic books that they could have adapted, and yet they keep going to the same well, right, to draw water when they could go and adapt something else, which sucks because the first one is perfect, even though it is not the comic. It definitely captures the spirit of the comic. It's really well done, and this just is. It looks bad. It just looks completely awful.
yeah,
Um,
it looks.
Can I say that
totally
the
stupid.
Toxic Man Flu in the chat is not me? That is some imposter. So whatever that Toxic Man Flu is saying, I don't vouch for.
What are you talking about?
Am I
So
normal
you're not
now?
associated with that Toxic Man flu in the chat? That particular flu?
Well, I'm married to her, but
Oh, okay. So there's
Hey.
another flu in the chat.
Rogue Attractions here. What's going on there?
hey, Rogue.
How you doing?
Hello.
Yeah. Why do you have a doppelganger in the chat, Tox? Or are you
The
just not wanting to own
doppelganger.
up to your super chat?
Because she, so before I yelled at everybody, which I apologize for, between the Elgato Wave XLR and EV Mux, if I don't pick whatever the default system is in EV Mux, it doesn't use the other options that are in the Wave XLR. So I've actually done a support ticket to that because that's bullshit. But anyway,
Well, hi.
I was working on headlines and watching Showgun and working on memes and all that kind of stuff when the stream went off in my earphone because I had my headphones on listening to Showgun. And I was like, oh, shit. I totally missed everything. She walks in here and says, aren't you going to be on stream? And I'm scrambling, trying to get everything together. Yeah, I'll be on. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
it happens, man. It happens. So, anyone else have thoughts on The Crow besides me? Because this is going to be a very short segment otherwise.
Well,
Yes, it looks like trash, simply put. Like, and I have no disrespect towards Mr. Bill Skarsgård. There's so many Skarsgård.
Yeah, it's
brothers.
Bill
This is
Skarsgård.
Bill. This honestly, I mean, I say this a lot, and I know I'm being a dead horse, but this is yet the 800th movie that should have never been remade, and it's something. Even I'd argue that the original sequel should never come out. To me, The Crow is like The Matrix. There's only one movie,
Mhm.
and that one movie stars Brandon Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There is
Yeah.
a better Skarsgård movie coming out this year. Boy
Are
Murders
you talking
World.
about Nosferatu that comes
No,
out Christmas? That's
Boy
supposed to be a
Murders
remake
World.
too. Oh,
I have
Ooh.
not seen much about it. I saw it floating around on Twitter, and it's again one of those many things. I'm like, I gotta check that out and see what's going on with that, and I just didn't get. A chance
It looks
to
funny.
do it.
It's got H. John Benjamin as voicing Bill Skarsgård, because as a kid, the bad guy in the movie kills his family and leaves him deaf and mute. So he creates a voice in his head for his inner monologue, and it's H. John Benjamin from Archer and Bob's Burgers is going to be voicing Skarsgård the whole movie.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So it actually looks pretty good. There's a trailer out for it that looks interesting. Looks much better, a much better revenge movie than what The Crow is looking like so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop this up because I know that someone was asking about what does the lead female look like. That was Boosh that asked about that. So here is like another shot from Vanity Fair,
Ugh.
and it's
Does he have a mullet?
it kind of looks like it.
Oh,
Like I said, his
that's
hair looks awful.
even worse. It was already like bad, like just from the mirror shot, but this is even worse. Wow.
Yeah, and because it's modern day, they race swap Shelly with
Mm-hmm.
this Twiggy chick,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's just like
I mean, she
whatever.
doesn't look bad.
No, she's actually rather attractive. I have to say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Twigs. Sorry, FKA Twigs. Twiggy's just funnier, or Twinkie. I don't know. Take your pick.
The tattoos and that facial, that eyebrow tattoo. Seriously, what is he in? Like the white version of G Unit?
Well,
Like,
dude, just like the weird nipple tattoo that he has, like the
Oh, yeah,
face
that was
around the
bad,
nipple.
too.
That looks weird. Yeah, I mean, it looks bad. Like I said, I don't know if these are his real tattoos. I imagine they're fake for the movie.
I
but-
honestly think they were fake for the movie. No, I'm not one of those guys who cares about general tattoos in general keywords, but there are characters who don't need it, and when they use it as an excuse to modernize, revamp, whatever the word you want to use, they have almost always looked like trash. You don't. If you want to have your original character that just happens to have tattoos, fine, but when they add on these characters to a point where it's just distracting, it stands out in the worst way possible. It's distracting even, and it just makes the character look like trash.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pull this up because I want to kind of compare it. So if you ever seen Eric Draven from the comic, this right here with Brandon Lee is pretty accurate, right? I mean, it's
yeah.
basically how he dressed. There's also this one where he has the leather jacket rather than the long jacket he takes from 1010. But a lot of it, this is the one I wanted them to adapt, which was the female Crow that they did, which was, I want to say it was the second comic they did, where she actually, I want to say she worked for the Bureau of Land Management, and she gets in a gunfight and gets killed. And it's actually pretty interesting. But trying to find the one
We would have had
where,
a whole different set of problems with that, though.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that they did, he has like this, he ends up kind of like carving a scar into his chest. And that somebody was trying to compare it to like the tattoos he's had. And it's like, this might be kind of accurate. It's actually not.
No, it's not.
Yeah. And I think this is why they're doing the Happy Trail thing, is probably because of this picture right here. I don't know. But like I said, the original comic is great. The movie was great. Like I said, it really does kind of keep to the spirit of the actual movie. I'm sorry, the actual book.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I enjoyed the hell out of both.
Yeah,
You know,
I
and
do
and
too.
this is the thing when I talk about when it comes to adapting stuff. Sometimes it's not going to translate over, right? And that's why changing things is fine if you stick to the spirit of, the source material.
Well, no matter what kind of spirit you have, you will never make Pedro Pascal look intelligent. Not to
Yeah.
make it on another
Yeah, and this is
subject,
Randall's kind
but
of right. He says if they were to do the female crow, it would just be like a
yeah,
black trans lesbian.
that's sadly this might be the preferable outcome. That's saying something when this is the preferable outcome.
Yeah.
Ugh, makes me uneasy.
Yeah, the Crow Flesh and Blood. That's the name of the comic I was referring to. It was a good story. It was, and it was written in the early 2000s. So, of course, it was in a time period before all this, identity politics nonsense that we've been seeing in entertainment these days. So, yeah. Culture, you were going to say something. I know Nick kind of cut you off.
I don't have any faith in this. I mean, I've watched everything I could on this. I've looked at every thing I can, as far as behind the scenes set pictures and all that. And it doesn't get better than what the quote unquote first look images were that were out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any faith in this recreation based on some background information. It doesn't sound good. It sounds very, very bad. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, making them, druggies when Draven's not a druggie is a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like that change. It just the idea of the fact that they end up meeting in rehab and they're both junkies. Yeah.
They said I had to go to rehab, and I said no.
Also, what's up, Judicon? Hope you're doing well, sir.
Judicon!
Indeed.
Yeah.
Also, we had some more super chats come in. Also, let's see. Angmar WK became a member of the I'll Buy That for $1 level. Thank you very much. Says, looks like Hollywood is on a roll ruining old movies. The Crow, Naked Gun with Leslie Nielsen, and Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter is Dead with a race swap cast. Yeah, go figure. Yeah.
Hey, comics. Now you're low.
Am I low?
Now you're up.
Okay.
But you went low and then you went up.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure to that's why I'm like on the mic. If I turn away.
Is there something up with EV Mux? Because I
No.
did see some people in the chat mention that the volume on some of us is low.
It could be. I'm actually adjusting my volume right now. How's that? Am I not blowing people's ears out?
You're coming across great now consistently.
They said I had to go to rehab.
Okay.
And I said, no. See, I think that Eric Draven and Harley Quinn are a good couple.
Yeah, right there. There you go. Well, the funny thing, when it was smaller, I thought it was actually the Joker. Oh my God. That is on point. That is
Sadly,
absolutely on point.
Yeah, that makes. I can't believe I'm defending it, but that makes a lot of sense. Wow.
I didn't know they were race swapping Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, but I guess it makes sense. I don't know how I feel about Naked Gun being remade. I mean, that's Leslie Nielsen, right? You can't have that series.
Right.
Without
they're
him.
going to have Liam Neeson replace him.
I know.
It's kind of like Liam Neeson in A-Team.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't right. He wasn't George Peppard.
Yeah.
So.
We talked a little bit about this earlier on Midnight's Edge, and why couldn't they just make a movie that was, you could say, like a shameless ripoff or something that was really influenced by The Naked Gun? Because you do just like Roadhouse, where you have these stories where they have these things where it's like, okay, we have all these deviations, but we want the name there, and that's the sad part, because you could have Liam Neeson in a movie of this type, but not when it's The Naked Gun. the Naked Gun's already been done. It was done great. I mean, the humor in that movie's been, that humor stands the test of time. We don't need that done with Liam Neeson repeating all over again. We
Yeah,
need
it's like
something
trying to
different.
recreate Airplane.
Oh
mean-
yeah, you don't remake Airplane either. Ugh.
But that skit that we had in our private DMs that had Liam Neeson in it that Yeti had posted on Twitter, it was pretty funny.
Well,
And he is supposed to be Frank's son, right?
Is that what they're
He's
doing?
not playing Drevin. I think he's supposed to be the next generation.
No, I think you're right. I think he is supposed to be playing son. Even then, it's just like it's still another reason to keep this franchise going. Because if you accept that excuse, you're accepting for once again modern Hollywood to just make more excuses to keep these franchises going. Why can't they just make something with a brand new name and just put Liam Neeson in it? Like, and now once again, another guy who I don't have any ill will towards. I mean, he's done stuff that I like, much like Mr. Skarsgård, but we don't need this.
It's like, well, he's listed on IMDb as Frank Drebin Jr. So yeah, it looks like he is playing the son. But it's like Dakota Johnson saying when she's doing all of her interviews regarding Madam Web, Hollywood is afraid of being creative. They want to do something that's got a little bit of something, whether it's nostalgia bait or this is established and people know it. They don't want to take a risk.
It's why it's a good thing The Matrix came out when it did in 1999, because if it didn't come out in 99, we would have definitely never have gotten it now.
Well,
not just because of all the red pill allegories, but because of the fact it was a brand new story.
Well, and Resurrections was a great indictment of all of this. Even if they sit there and say that wasn't our intention, well, that's exactly what you did.
Right.
You just basically called out all of this industry, both the video games and the movies, all of the entertainment and all of the stuff that they do with this, with IPs and franchises and sequels and remakes and reboots and requels and on and on and on. By the way, hi everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you, Jason? Sorry for not giving you a proper intro.
No, that's okay.
One of the issues that we see with remakes, I mean, a lot of the shit really started, I mean, it's been going on forever, right? I mean, they've been remaking shit in the 80s from like the 50s and 60s. And then, we saw a lot of like 70s and 80s stuff remade in the 90s and early 2000s. I mean, look at the Dukes of Hazzard movie. You had the Beverly Hills Hillbillies movie, the Flintstones movie, stuff like that.
But
I mean,
of all of those, the Beverly Hillbillies kind of worked.
I never watched it.
It was funny.
The A-Team kind of worked.
It was great. The new Fletch was actually pretty good.
There was a Fletch movie?
Yeah, just a year or two ago.
John Hamm.
John Hamm played Fletch.
I thought they were talking about making it. I didn't realize they actually made it.
Oh, it's already out. It's been out for a while.
Ah, well, there you go. But yeah, you're right. The issue is that they are afraid to take a chance where Hollywood used to be always about chances. And we just seen them ramp up the remake. And the way we stop this is simply just don't go to it.
Yeah, because they're going to keep on responding. If they see that the built-in audience, even if they see that the audience is not well received, well, they still think it is, well, they still went and saw it because of the first weekend. They're depending on that now because clearly they still have money to burn even with all that they've lost. They need to just, a lot of these need to just not be seen in the first place because it's eventually this has to stop. Like, where does this remake stuff stop? Like, you dig up stuff that was already remade and just remake them. Like, what's the end goal here? At what point do you say, okay, we've done all of this?
Yeah.
Well,
Emperor's NM had a great idea in the Rumble chat. They should cast Alec Baldwin in the O.J. Simpson role.
Oh my god.
That'd be perfect.
Did you? The Rust trial today was fire. I'm telling you right now. Not only is the armorer chick in big trouble, but when they start Alec's trial portion in July, I think he could get 18 months. And Tom's not here to yell at me now. So I'm happy.
I'm sure he'll be here shortly.
I like
Magna Norse. Magna Norse.
Sorry.
It's like, who the fuck was doing that? Magna Norse for $5. Alexander Skarsgård did The Northman, which was a great movie, by the way. Bill Skarsgård did this. Maybe. Who's the best Skarsgård? I'm going to go with Alexander Skarsgård.
I'm going to go with Stellan.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Which one's Stellan?
The dad.
The
The Baron
Oh,
Harkonnen.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Baron Harkonnen.
All the Marvel stuff.
Yeah. He was
Early
great
Marvel
in
stuff.
Dune. Oh my god, he was great as Harkonnen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Legalized adulthood for $50. Says, what do you call a Mormon gynecologist? A box elder. We're gonna play this for you. And we'll also play this too.
I'm the dumbest fucker in the world. Corn pop.
Hey, asshole. I got figured it out. God dang it.
Yeah, that
I
went
had
too
to-
loud also.
Fuck off.
No, you're
No,
fine.
you're fine. The clip was loud.
Yeah, the clip was
Oh.
loud.
Sorry.
Well, and
Did
to
I
Nick-
take that back? A fuke.
A fuke. A few.
you know, to Nick's question, how we get past all of this stuff is we get more stories like Anyone But You. I mean, it's almost $200 million. It's a sleeper hit. It's had legs.
Yeah,
And it's not part of a franchise. It's not a sequel. It's not a remake. I mean, it's not, yeah, some people are saying it's a couple of NPC characters from Shakespeare. So it's loosely based on Shakespeare, but you know, all of the serial numbers are filed off. And I think if Hollywood can look at that and say, "Oh, we could do more of these maybe."
Not just that one, but that's a great example that you just mentioned, Jason, because if you looked at the opening weekend numbers for that, not only were they not high at all, but they went better the
Yeah.
second, I think, third weekend as well. So it's had absolutely amazing legs at the box office. And then you had a new, what's that company with DreamWorks who did the Mario movie? Migration. They did that Migration movie, and that did very well too. And that's an original.
Did it?
That
Huh.
did way better than all of Pixar stuff did in 2020. I think way better. Yeah, they did very well with that. And once again, it didn't open up the big numbers. It held off for a long time, and I was like, okay, and maybe they have something there. I haven't seen it myself, but clearly someone. Thank you, Illumination, Mighty Raptor. Thank you. So these things have legs, and it shows you that there is an audience. And should those things have like a follow up, they'll
Well-
have an even bigger opening.
Now, Illumination has a track record though, because they're the ones that did the Despicable Me and the Minions.
Yeah, but it's still an original
So,
property.
I
It's
know,
still,
but they have
something. Yeah.
that going for them. They can sit there and say, "From the studio that brought you the Minions," and everybody's like, "Oh, automatically there's a connection there."
Yes,
And-
of course, but it's still an original property. You're still taking a
Yeah.
chance because even if you have the goodwill of a company, at least they have something there. They're not, for every 900 sequel they'll make to Despicable Me, at least they're also putting out something on the site saying, here's also something new, and that's good.
Yeah.
So between
And there
that
are a
and
few
One By
things.
Two- Go ahead.
Even though we keep saying that there's not going to be a whole lot coming out this year because of the strike, there are a few things that are original, or at least original looking, coming down the pipe. We've
Mhm.
got that Boy Murders World. We've got the Cavill movie, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks
which
good.
looks interesting.
That looks good.
There's a coming of age comedy that looked like it might be interesting. I'm trying to find the name of it. I can't remember what it was called, but
Is Jennifer Lawrence in it?
no. But
Wrong.
I mean, there are a
Remake
few
movie.
things coming down that actually look interesting to see this year. I'm actually excited for the Cavill one and for Boy Murders World. I think both of them look like they're going to be fun movies. It is
Oh,
nice to get away from the remakes and the sequels.
Yeah, no, that's good. It has your attention like that. That's fantastic news. That's what we want to hear. Is okay, hey, this looks like this could be something. That's good.
Yeah, and I mean, we keep talking about sequels, and the best movie of the year is probably going to end up being a sequel in Dune 2.
Yeah.
But is it really a sequel, or is it the
Yeah,
second
I
part
was
of the
gonna
first movie?
say that's an exception, right? Because it's a part of the same story, right? They just broke
Yeah.
it up in two movies. It's like Deathly Hollows Part 1, Part 2, where they broke it
Yeah,
up in.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a really good point.
I mean, it's literally called Dune Part 2. It's not,
Right.
I'm starting to get a little irritated with this trend because the new Kevin Costner thing is going to be part 1, part 2. We got
Yeah.
Rebel Moon part 1, part 2. Stop it! If you can't tell the story, if you can't tell the whole story in 2 hours or 2.5 at the most, then you don't make it. Or put
Or
it
make it
in
a TV show.
Make it a TV show. Make it a mini series. Bring the miniseries back.
Yeah.
And if they
No,
if
if
they
you
do a
if you
TV show, they gotta bring the budgets on, which
Well,
is
hang
something
on,
it seems
hang
Hollywood
on.
is way too hellbent on.
Let me push back on that, Jason. We have miniseries. It's called streaming shows.
I know, but it's you're
Culture
you're
does have a
not getting them. You're not getting them the way you used to in 2-hour blocks.
Right.
You know, if you're going to tell like V was 4 hours, but it was two 2-hour movies back to back, Tuesday night, Wednesday, or whenever it was.
Right.
You know, Roots, the original Showgun. We were talking about Showgun, the original Showgun, the Thornbirds, North and South Book 2. All of these miniseries were done as a series of movies, but it was all one right after the other, the next day, next night. It was an event. It was this
Right.
big thing,
Mhm.
and we don't do that anymore. And you can't do that really with streaming. I mean, you kind of, sort of, with the binge model, but there's nothing to generate anticipation.
And the networks aren't going to go back to ever doing that.
Well,
No.
now is that
is
the
a
fault?
mistake.
But that's more the fault of the material, Jason.
I'm not saying the fault of the material, but the people that are making it are looking at the material and saying, "Well, this has to be a part 1, part 2."
All right.
I mean, I'm old.
Yes, you are.
I am,
And
and I'll
cranky.
be older,
Old
and
and
I'll be older
cranky.
next week. Old and cranky, yeah. Well, and I'll be older next week.
You may be older, but doesn't make anything you say less valid.
No,
I don't-
yeah.
Hang on, hang on.
No, but for real though.
Okay.
Jason's
He's like,
right
hang
about
on. We're
Hang on, I'm
hanging
going to
on.
disappear now.
Yeah, and then he turns his camera off.
that.
All right. I'm gonna go and wow. Holy
Is
shit. Yeah.
Is that the final battle?
This
Or
is
is
the
that
complete
series?
series.
The complete. Oh, yeah.
Why did I? It's not surprising to me that
Culture's got
Culture
his V in
Casino
his
owns
hand.
the vagina monologues.
I do.
I need to get a copy of those.
Okay, I tell you what.
The vagina monologues?
I will unwrap this one because it's still in the cellophane.
Ew, don't wrap your vajayjay on stream.
I will unwrap
Cellophane?
it and hand break it for you.
Who's old? Cellophane. It's still in the cellophane.
It is.
I think this is the
not
one you were
cellophane.
using. No, Jason's not on. Okay, let me find that. Can you find the correct one? Talks?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That one.
Just
What?
put Jason.
Oh, okay, it was the one below it. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
One that says
It's-
Baldwin 6.
Yes, it says Baldwin 6.
I need to remove that
Speaking of, why?
because I don't have the Baldwin thing behind it.
It doesn't matter.
Hmm?
I would like to say that on behalf of me, V is a good show.
It is a very good show.
Yeah.
Now, are you talking to the two miniseries, V and V, the
very
final
original.
battle, or you're talking about the series?
The very original.
Okay, the original miniseries.
I was fine with both.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have all of them.
I have both miniseries, but I don't have the actual weekly series that
Do you
came out.
want that?
Well, I mean, I'm a completist, and if you're gonna, go with the idea that digital media can be 1984 at any given time, then it's not a bad idea to have the evidence that.
How about to have
real.
your own digital copy of said thing?
Well,
Would you like Song of the South?
I have Song of the South. I have a DVD.
I have that. Song of the South.
probably find it on eBay. So James is celebrating 7 months. 7 months. Congratulations. Is Sora going to replace the Dix division, and will we get an AI anti-culture replacement with exploding fart action?
I tell you what, I may get you an AI anti-culture with exploding fart action, but I'm still going to be here.
Imagine if there's like a pull. Imagine if there's like an anti-culture like doll with like a pull string, and when you pull the string, it either says "Oh my god, the cock," or
I tell you what,
farts.
I will see if I can commission that for the store, Nick, because I know that would be a hit for everybody.
Dude,
but here's something else.
Doll, amazing.
here's something else. I actually am working on not only a music album, an original album. I'm also working on a rap album simultaneously.
No, there you go. Mag Norris for $10 says Hollywood is now owned by Megacorps. Yeah, it's pretty accurate. Who only takes safe bets? Was Blade Runner, The Godfather, or the Lord of the Rings trilogy a safe bet? There are no risky filmmakers in Hollywood today. And Kat, you need to get off my mixer. Seriously, just jumped up there. WG for $10 says just saw Dune 2. Part 1 was better, in my honest opinion. Part 2 committed Zendiacide. Yes, it did.
100%.
Pretty much like what Gary said.
Yeah.
Very true.
In my review, that was the one thing I pointed out. She was the worst part of the movie. I think a lot of people agree. It was funny. Somebody commented saying, but she won an Emmy. It's like, oh, that's cute. You think that award shows mean shit. Yeah. Also, Legalized Adulthood dropped 20 memberships. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. That was very nice of you. Wow. Yeah, I had to install an upgrade to the Elgato. That sucked.
Yeah. It happens. Happens, sir. Before we start diving into our article topics, Toxic Manflu, you have some headlines, don't you?
Yes, I do. And I don't know how anticlimactic they're going to be. But yeah, we'll go with those.
The panel will view it, and we will judge.
And you will judge me
off the show or not.
Thank God.
You are the weakest link.
You are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
Hercules, I'll show you some Herculean meat.
Ow! 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 Penis. Entertainment that always rises to the occasion.
He digs deep between the cracks, whether it's a cushion or an ass. It's Pixel News headlines with Toxic Man Flu.
It's always an ass. Yeah. Oh, what the hell? Screw all that stuff. Here we go.
Oh, look at that. It's Baphomet.
Yes. This is from our new reporter, iKang. So Satan asked SCOTUS to revoke contract with Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do a laugh track. There we go.
No,
it's not often that the Dark Prince ventures into the halls of justice, but when Caesar Zim does, you know shit is about to get real. The Lucifer v. Kennedy case has made its way through the California court system before being tossed over to the U.S. Ninth Circuit Court, with Mephistopheles on the short end of every decision all the way up to the Supreme Court. The LawTube community do not give Beelzebub much of a chance, as he, her, them only has 4 SCOTUS souls. Yeah. Christ has a 6'4". I mean, you're not getting the Catholic. When asked why the father of lies continues in the face of such insurmountable odds, the defiler said, "If I don't get this contract revoked, Miss Kennedy gets to run Star Wars for another 15 fucking years." I can't believe I'm saying this, but for the first time, this reporter is rooting for darkness to prevail.
Who wins a fight between Kathleen Kennedy and Satan?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen Kennedy is Satan.
Exactly. You're talking to one of the same.
I don't even think Kathleen Kennedy wants Satan.
Yeah, Bob Iger.
I don't even think Satan wants Kathleen Kennedy.
No.
Backwards.
Bob
You're putting
Chapek.
Satan down.
Bob Chapek wins.
That's right. He did win.
Yeah.
Oh, poor
he didn't say
Kathleen.
shit when Gina got fired. Clown.
She had a great interview the other day. That was
Yeah,
good.
I watched
That
that.
was a good show.
David.
Good show.
Really good.
So Mrs. Flu walks in and sees the comics division plushie on top of the Dune popcorn thing. She's, oh, he looks so cute there. Have you sent him a picture? I'm like, oh, yes. Oh, yes. I have sent him photos. All right, next up.
Did you tell her that I made a pact with Satan to sell your soul to him?
She knows I have no soul.
Okay, well, it's because I sold it for you.
That's right, it's gone. The View's Joy Behar diagnosed with sucker's cramp. After years of massively bad takes, the Queen of Suck has finally succumbed. Oh, she owns my soul.
Beat you with me.
That's right. She can't sell what's already hers. But she succumbed to the disease that haunts all members of the daytime talk show. Daytime legend and sometime lover to YouTuber Ian K. Joy Behar froze up. She froze up on stage like Mitch McConnell at a press conference. After a thorough examination by doctors who swore to never practice medicine again, Behar was diagnosed with sucker's cramp. Co-host and part-time Shamu impersonator Whoopi Goldberg told reporters, I have glimpsed my future, and frankly, it sucks. There you go. Yeah, sorry about that, dude. Yeah. You enjoy Behar. That's pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
I couldn't get that out of my head. That's why I was late. I was thrown up. All right.
Well,
Next.
while rolling, if your super chat didn't do it, that headline did.
This is from our new reporter, Ira Shootem. Ira writes, AOC cast in lead role of new Mr. Ed remake. Hello, Captain Obvious. Here is a casting that no one can complain about. Alexandria Octavio-Cortez, Coctavio? All right. Has set Hollywood ablaze with that announcement that she has been cast as beloved legendary horse Mr. Ed in the upcoming Sony remake. When reached for comment, AOC had to put aside Senator Schumer's wrinkled member to respond. I have walked the halls of Congress as a whore for several years now, but this is clearly the best thing that has happened to me in my life. Sony is scheduled to release trailers in late 2024.
I thought you were going to make a joke about a sugar cube.
No,
Well,
it's about
Sheila,
time
how do you-
somebody. It's about time somebody taught her a different use for peanut butter.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
You did nothing, Roland. I was responding to your super chat saying if your bribe didn't work, Tox's last headline certainly got him in front of you. So that was
That's
it.
right. Yes.
God,
I
damn,
made you.
dude, that is some fucking horse teeth right there.
Look at that. Yeah. See right there? It's just sticking an apple in it. Be sure to crush the apple before you give it to her because they swallowed a whole.
Actually, no. I mean, she could eat an apple through a chain link fence.
One that doesn't have anybody on the other side of it. Just a parking lot.
That's right.
Parking lot.
Yeah, in a parking lot that overlooks a highway. Yeah.
She's
That's-
not bad. She's not bad looking as long as she keeps her mouth shut.
Yep.
Yeah.
Horse.
There we go. But I mean, she is the reason why there's no chrome on any of the bumpers in congressional parking lot.
Wow.
And
Oh gosh.
Oh,
What?
no.
Ian K and Weave 3PO to star in Dune 4 Sand Vagina.
No kidding.
Yes. What? That was good. It was
Yeah, it was
good.
funny. Yeah, it was funny.
It was
I
good.
laughed.
You
snorted.
You wrote
Huh,
a
what?
joke.
I snorted.
Huh?
I snort laughed. It was funny.
It's great. It's really funny.
It's fantastic.
Dixterian Studios is already having a stellar year with box office winners Simple Comics 7, I May Be Retarded, But I'm Just as Tall as Culture Casino, John Dix 5, Climbing Up the Damn Stairs Again, starring Keanu Reeves, and Corey Harrison, My Life with a Huge Penis. Corey's not here to bask in that one, but yeah. But the gifts just keep on giving. Seem to be the blessings at the Penis Network yet again with Dune 4 Sand Vagina. It was easy, producer extraordinaire Toxic Man Flu told two pigeons near the Greenlee County Airport in Three-Way, Arizona.
Oh boy.
It's a real place. Culture.
I know they're all places.
It's real. Three-Way. Culture always has sand in his vagina on stream, and I thought this is a can't-miss casting. Dune 4 Sand Vagina will be released in Upper Mongolia the summer of 2026.
Can I just say, that it would have been a better movie if she'd have dressed in that costume.
It'd have been a better movie if she wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it again. There is something about her that is not feminine.
She looks like a 12-year-old boy. That's why.
Yeah.
She acts like a 9-year-old girl.
I mean,
Yeah,
like
yes.
her facial expressions. Like, okay, so I had the opportunity to see the film again, and I was like looking at her facial expressions. I'm like, she can't act.
No, she can't. She literally cannot act. But yeah,
She has that patented squint down.
Yeah.
Every
But
time she was about
pointed
to
out
speak
in my comment section for my review, she won an Emmy.
The irony is, if you go back and you look at her performance in the Disney series Shake It Up, she's actually got more expressions and more energy than anything she's done current. Which is weird, because you think as you get older, you become a better craftsperson at this stuff. You increase your skills. She doesn't seem to have done that.
Well, she won 2 Emmys for lead actress in a drama series, a series that is for her called Euphoria. I mean, but that doesn't mean she can act.
Well, getting older hasn't helped Michelle Rodriguez or Tessa Thompson with their wooden face.
Yeah, but
acting.
Michelle Rodriguez has a sneer. When Zendaya tries to do the sneer, all I hear is, I know what I am, I know what you are, but what am I? And then I keep waiting for her to stick her tongue out and walk off. I mean, when she stormed out after whatever, when she stormed out in that one scene that we're not going to be talking about, blah, 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 blah. That's all I thought was the temper tantrum of a petulant teenager.
Yeah.
That's it.
You're not wrong.
Yep.
There's just...
It was
She ruined this film for me to the point that we had tickets for today and I canceled them.
Oh, I win again.
I don't ever want to see this film again.
Yes, but I wanted to reinforce what I thought, and it did. So
I didn't have to. I saw it the first time. And I understand. You go back and you see stuff, things from there. There was a 10-minute period in the beginning of the film where I fell asleep because it was so slow. But I'm kidding. I didn't fall asleep, but I felt like it. But she ruined this film for me. But others love the film in spite of her being there. Mrs. Flu got a lot of things.
We haven't talked dude yet. Just jump on in, man.
What does he want?
Oh, I made a comment. I was joking with you. He said, "What I miss?" I said everything.
Oh no, we haven't.
Yeah, we haven't talked.
Hey,
yet.
I've got another one for the Mr. Ed article.
Judicon, how you doing?
In true Disney fashion, at the beginning of the movie, are they going to take Sarah Jessica Parker out back and shoot her? Mr. Ed's mom.
Gone. Boom.
Wow,
that was good.
That was good.
What happens when culture wears that outfit and farts? Like
a green cloud fills up the boobs.
His beard flaps out like a flag in the wind. That's what happens. Floof.
We already talked The Crow, Tom. So that's basically been it.
I'll finish this last one when we can get out of this. This is from Orange Man Bad. Actors win strike, now have nothing to act in. In what can only be classified as a classic labor union win, both the Actors and Writer Guild find themselves with a great contract, but nothing to do. Even the traditional in-between jobs, waiting tables or making coffee, have dried up. I'm glad we have given those poor migrants a place to be with free food, lodging, and the drive-through at McDonald's jobs, said struggling actor Ivan voted for this. But I can't eat my Birkenstocks, and I'm down to 3 Venti mocha frappuccinos a day. I speak for most of us here on this panel when I say, fuck you, idiot.
Is that supposed to be Birkenstock?
Yes.
Yeah, Birkenstock.
Ivan voted for this is hilarious.
Hey, Ivan voted for this. It's his problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Birkenstocks. I understand it, but I don't want us to get sued. So I misspelled it on purpose. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Ivan voted for this is from Arizona.
Hey, Reagan's been voting Democrat since he died. Oh. All right, let me get out of here. This is a fucked up night.
He digs deep between the cracks, whether it's a cushion or an ass. It's Pixel News headlines with Toxic Man Flu.
And
I didn't remove that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
There we go.
We got some super chats that came in. Legalized adulthood for $20 says, I have Ren and Stimpy plushies from the 90s, but they don't fart anymore.
Oh,
I live in the desert.
Sorry.
Yeah. Happens. WG for $20. Fabian. Whose choppers is this? Nick Weiser. It's Zeb's. Fabian. Who's Zeb? Nick Weiser. Zeb's dead, baby. Zeb's dead.
Baby.
You know,
Pulp
I find it
Fiction.
interesting that you decided that that was a B and not a D.
On each time
Yeah.
he pronounced it. Yeah.
Sorry.
He has dyslexia.
I do
I
have
know,
dyslexia.
but it's always funny. Sometimes his choices of where that happens are fantastic.
Oh, it's
You know,
not like it's
Comics
a
Division.
choice, buddy.
I just
Okay.
want to say that your disability I find hilarious.
Yeah, I do.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
I love it. It's one of the reasons I think we're such great friends is because
Yeah,
I can
it is.
laugh at you.
It's
all
because
the
both
time.
of you are equally
it's fine.
retarded. I understand that.
Legalized adulthood for $10 says the best part of Dune 2 is when Mary and Pippin smoke all the spice for second breakfast.
They might as well have. Holy crap!
All those fucking idiots comparing this to Lord of the Rings. Oh
I
my
saw somebody
god.
say it was the Two Towers. I'm like, eat a
Yeah,
bag
Gary
of
was telling me
dicks.
about that. I was like, this movie's not the Two Towers.
Oh, fuck
Fuck
you.
off with that.
I listened to Gary's review and he's like, even Zendaya, what? And I'm like, yep, yeah, that was a problem.
Yeah, I didn't get.
I'm
I
glad
didn't
you
get a
enjoyed
chance
it.
to
I'm
watch
glad
it
you
yet.
both did.
I'll probably either watch in the morning or after we after we're done here.
Look.
I mean, how did you guys make it with the anti-dick in the popcorn box?
It was fine. I have to tell you that I enjoyed the.
Fist your bucket.
I enjoyed the performance of Hollywood's
Harvey.
favorite twink. I don't think they're going to be able to use him as their favorite twink anymore, though. I think they're going to have to go get a new twink.
Oh, you mean
Timothy
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Shamalama Ding Dong?
Why what's your deal with it? Why do you hate him so much?
Well, he sucks. I mean, it's like he's like the new Pedro Pascal. I'm gonna fucking get this asshole in every fucking thing ever now.
I thought he was good in Wonka. I really did.
Okay.
I enjoyed Wonka.
But he's about as manly as Michael Cera. I mean,
Yeah, he's a wimp. Yeah.
Yeah, and Michael Cera slept with what's a dude now, I guess, or whatever.
Juno?
Face.
Yeah, Juno.
Ellen?
Yeah. Well, no, it's Elliot.
Elliot.
Yeah. Anyway, but no, bad. Let me tell you.
I wonder if E.T. could touch Elliot's ouchie and make them grow back.
I doubt it. First and foremost, I have to say that is dedication to like some serious gym time. Who am I kidding? Those were implants for those abs. Oh my god!
It just took some breast tissue and moved it down.
Just moved it down, just so you could pack that.
Indeed. Nav asks, "Whoa, comics in a Front 242 shirt. Where did you get that? Honestly, I don't remember. I googled Front 242 t-shirts and I found it.
I bought you a mug.
I actually
you
bought
did.
mine.
You got
at
me a mug.
The mug I found on Etsy.
All right, go to a
ahead, Colton.
show. Oh wait, you can't.
I can't, dude.
Half of them are dead, right?
I know.
I honestly don't know.
I actually have a shirt from.
Does them, if they're
90s.
half are dead, does that make them
90s.
down in front 242? I'm just asking.
No, man, look, there was no problem getting people down in front. There were usually people throwing each other at each other. It was insane. Dude, okay, so front 242, frontline assembly.
Frontline
I'm
assembly.
Oh,
I've actually
sorry,
seen
yeah.
those.
I'm not responding to the background noise.
You
Well,
guys
you're
are
not
supposed to
have
turn
an-
your listen to offstage feed button
Almost
off.
forgot. Called
Yeah.
Ugly.
Yeah,
in
I
this
have it off
back
too.
Oh, yeah.
Greetings, pop pickers. How are you?
Hey, what's up? What's up, nose picker?
Newspaper. Well, I just actually came from a stream on Canadian Spider-Man stream, a tribute to Cardinal Sin.
I know.
Hopped in
I
for a
didn't
while
have time
just
to jump on. Yeah,
I think it might be running for quite a long time, so probably even after this show. So
because I mean, Gil was so cool, and
Oh,
happy
God,
birthday
yeah.
to Gil.
Yeah, I love how WG tries to trip me up with this. And the sad thing is I could actually read it. It took me a second. But I did.
I didn't know he knew Armenian.
Because I was like,
By
what
the
the
way-
fuck did he write? I was like, oh, comics has dyslexia.
That's a
Well,
Cyrillic
he had
for
to
comics.
retract it and put it in another time because he spelled dyslexia wrong backwards the first time. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but I did.
I completely missed that.
He spelled it aslexia the first time.
Oh no.
Well,
Aslexia?
comics also has dyslexia, so yeah.
Sorry, WG.
That's okay.
Hate to call you out on it, but
so does Zendaya. She has aslexia. It's missing.
She has no ass.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
I think that's asmisia is what that's called.
Look, this is the new scheme in Hollywood. It's like, hey, we can't have hot chicks anymore. No problem. We'll just turn everybody into a dude.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney.
Look,
Did you see that meme of Miss Germany?
No.
What?
Miss Germany 2023 and Miss Germany 2024.
Seen it, yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. Yeah, it's like beautiful woman and anti-culture. That's literally what it went to.
Wow.
Was that a transiting person, or was it just because they looked really weird? The winner.
Well, I'm sure they both had to take some kind of public transportation to get in there.
Oh.
Wow.
Doesn't matter.
Tom's trying to insert himself, I believe, into the rear.
Also, legalized over $2 says dyslexics of the world untie.
That's right.
Hooked on Phonics worked for me. Yeah.
Hooked on what now?
Phonics.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you went totally Melanie Mac here. I was like, wow.
What?
Did you say hooked on Ebonics?
We can go full Melanie Mac on
Culture Casino's channel on Sunday nights.
No.
Rumble. Yeah.
I thought you said hooked on Ebonics.
Hooked on Ebonics. That's pretty funny.
Hooked on Embezzlement worked for Fannie Willen.
Yeah, lots of good stuff. WG, member for 14 months. Thank you, sir. You guys look like a Starsky and Hutch informant convention.
I do, especially. I feel like right now, I definitely can tell you the truth about a whole lot of bad things going on.
Hooked on plate tectonics. Yeah.
All
Our
right.
chat's on fire today.
P. Marte, why do teams take the goalie out of the net?
Down two.
Down two.
Does happen.
You're not going to win.
You guys ever gonna let me in the show?
They
You're
have
in the
won.
show.
Tom,
There
you're
have
on
been
the
times
show.
where they've won,
You're
and
like in the center square, dude.
Yeah, you're
Fine.
below
Cost you
me
nothing.
there, Alice.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything, so just do
You ever
it.
gonna stop being depressed and stop complaining? Oh wait, I'd lose half my panel if I did that.
Hey, wait a minute. We're missing Jason on the main screen.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
we're
Jason's gone. Good.
now
Good.
going
Fuck
to the
somebody
main
over.
stage, Jason at Sci-Fi for Me.
The ideal of a democracy is universal
Who is
equality.
listening to
The
radio?
ideal of a
Oh, that was me.
Yeah. And also, Jason's stage name is Candy.
Jason is
While we were
still
listening
in
to
the
Orson
back.
Welles do the War of the Worlds.
It was somebody doing something similar to that. Yes.
Should we bring Jason into the stream?
I think he's working
culture.
on it.
You can
Just slide him
give me
in.
a second here.
Yeah, he's working.
Give me a second.
We've had a lot of dudes in the back door today.
Easy now.
Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, Tom.
Hey, there's Jason.
Tom should stay in the center square.
Yeah, I think we should put Mr. Smiley happy.
By the way, in honor of Tom, when I said it, because I set up my own little homemade soundboard here, but in honor of Tom, I downloaded.
Todd.
I like turtles.
Well, I got Todd back.
I like
here.
turtles.
I got
You
Todd
said
back.
Todd.
He's the other way, but sure.
Back there.
Why do we get so many super chats on the nights that I really fuck things up? What is up with that?
Well,
I have no
let me
idea.
tell you, Talk.
They're just hoping to move the show along.
I guess so.
Please do something.
WG says this was supposed to be $100, but I guess spelled dyslexia backwards.
I cost you $90 by calling it out.
Oh boy.
That's fucking hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Yeah. So guys, Hollywood's massively fucked. You guys know that? I mean, we've been talking about it for a
It's
while.
news.
Warner
kinda
Brothers
what we-
gonna have a
Yeah,
pretty
what we
good
we've
talked
been
about.
covering it pretty well for the last several years, and now
Yeah,
we're just seeing it
Hollywood
coming to fruition.
is contracting. Wow, big surprise, right,
I
guys?
tell
When
you
we-
why right now why none of those people are getting a job.
that are
Hollywood
white.
makes
Right?
its water.
It's something to do with the hue.
Especially the
Hue.
ginger in the middle.
Yeah, she's
Oh yeah,
done
yeah,
for.
that yeah, she's
Oh,
totally getting.
I thought we were
swapped.
talking about something worthwhile.
Wait, is the guy on the right James Gunn's little brother?
Yes.
Probably. Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
That's Sean Young.
So if
Looks
we're at
like
the
him.
contraction stage,
Sean Gunn, you mean?
when do we
Yeah.
reach the water breaking stage, and when do we reach the postpartum stage?
Well, I want to say we've already hit it.
I think we're at the ectopic
because
stage.
the whole thing is that what they're saying. The funny thing is what a lot of people have been talking about and pointing out is that the strike is not going to help Hollywood, and that's basically what this article says. So, all of you who basically said that Hollywood's going to massively tank, it's going to contract because of the strike, you are all 100% right. And Deadline agrees with you. They literally wrote an article talking about the contraction of Hollywood, how a bunch of actors can't find work anymore. And a lot of it has to do with several factors. Obviously, the strike was part of it. The other thing, too, is the fact that traditional television, for the most part, has gone away. We're no longer getting 22 episode seasons anymore. We're getting 8 to 12. And as we pointed out, I'm trying to remember if it was you, Brahma, or if it was Jason. Could have been Culture. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, we
basically-
all look the same. It's,
Yeah, all of you guys
hard
look the
to
same
tell.
to me.
Hard to
Yeah,
tell.
it's
He has
really difficult.
dyslexia, you know?
Dyslexia.
Facial
Yes.
dyslexia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is actually a thing. I knew a person
That
that
is
has
a
it.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
He likes
Well,
facials
anyway,
from dicks.
the whole thing is
Oh,
that
that
basically
was
we
good,
no longer
Culture.
have full seasons of television anymore. We basically just have miniseries.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like British TV.
Yes.
Which sucks.
That was
That they
Culture.
release all at once for the most part.
That was Culture's original.
It's almost as if the binge model doesn't work.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Well, we
I-
have had shows go back to the weekly release, even if it's on
Hey,
Disney
Mandy.
Plus or Netflix or whatever, because the Marvel shows and Star Wars, Bad Batch, and
Hey,
that sort of
there-
thing.
There are a lot of guys at home waiting for that weekly release.
Yeah.
Oh.
Indeed. But
In Culture's case, that weekly release. That's what that is.
yes.
No, I
The,
think he's
um,
more regular than that.
The only reason why Echo got released in the quote unquote binge model was because they wanted to dump that turd faster than they can flush it.
That was such a
They
horrible.
needed you to forget about that quicker than they put out advertisements for No Way Home because of how bad Eternals was. They're like, we need you to forget this now.
Not only that, but if you release the entire series at once, then they can count all of the watch time
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and say, "Look at how many minutes it was watched in the very first week."
Yeah,
And then somehow
count it
that
as
didn't work
success.
this time because remember it was on 2 streaming sources because it was on Plus and it was on Hulu, and still the amount of minutes didn't amount to it. I remember when I tried to watch it for a show, I barely finished 2 episodes, and it was painful. I was like, yeah, I don't think the watch minutes is gonna work this time, guys.
Well,
This
binge
show's hard
versus
to
weekly
finish.
doesn't work if it's still just a crap show.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
And if it's a good show, it means that if you release it weekly, people will talk about it longer. Whereas if they go and dump everything all at once, it's basically people will talk about it for a week, maybe 2, and that's it. No
Well,
word of
hell,
mouth. It's all
you guys thought Continental was mid to good, and we talked about it for 3 straight weeks.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Well,
but one of the things that
the first show Continental was a 10 for 10 for me.
Right.
The second one, that's when it dove. But the first show, if they just stuck with that realism that they had in that first show through the other 2, that would have been a 9 out of 10 series. Yeah.
That's why I said
And-
you guys thought it was mid to good. I liked it, but I know
Yeah.
that you guys had some issues with it. But
well, I mean, I enjoyed it. You know, that first episode for me was the better of the 3.
Yeah, I think
And
so, too.
When it comes to rewatchability,
Nobody fell
it's-
down any stairs like 45 times.
Yeah. But
There were
when it
some
comes to
good-
rewatchability, I would say that it has moderate rewatchability because the other 2 episodes weren't as good. It's like I want to watch the first one and stop there.
We'll watch how everybody does Hot D2 this year. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
because
curious
that
to
one was
see.
released weekly, and we all had a pretty good time with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing this article really kind of highlights is like you have all these college grads from Juilliard and other acting schools, and how they're not going to be able to find work, and that's just the reality of the situation. Hollywood is not the only industry that is being affected right now. Tech is going through the exact same issue right now because throughout COVID, a lot of tech companies hired a lot of people because everybody was at
Unqualified
home.
people.
Yeah, a lot of unqualified people as well.
Based on a lot
And-
of immutable traits.
Yeah. And when the economy started taking a nosedive, a lot of people got laid off. And same thing that we're kind of seeing in Hollywood, different reasons. They just had the strike. And the fact that one of the things I think is really interesting, and I know that Gary's talked about this, I'm pretty sure Midnight Says just talked about this too. The number of shows that have been released over the years has shrank quite a bit.
Paul Chato had a good video on that as well.
Ooh, I still
Paul
haven't
makes
watched
some
that.
good videos.
Yeah, he does make good videos.
Yeah, he does. Dude's excellent. Straight up.
This article is really fucking long.
Didn't Born Again just get announced to be cut down too from episodes as well? I think Born
There we
Again
go.
as well, because originally they were like 20 something episodes, and that got cut down recently for now that they're doing an entire reshoot on it.
I've never heard that show. So right here,
Daredevil Born Again?
Born Again. Okay. I'm sorry.
They got through, I think, a third of it, and
Yeah, until they start
decided to
over. And
retool.
apparently they're reducing the amount of episodes because they're originally. Oh, sorry. They were going to do 18 episodes. I was 2 off. But yeah, they were originally going to do 18 episodes, which is still would have been not bad had the show were to have been watchable. But man, can you imagine if the fact that it was so bad that they had to start over, and that's 18 episodes? I almost want to see what could have been with what they finished, and to think, wow, this could have went on for 18 episodes.
I personally take it as a somewhat encouraging sign that they're doing that, plus the fact that they've fired the entire writer staff of Silk Spider Society and said, let's redo this and make it for a male audience, please. So
yeah, but they still have that woke lady that ruined the last 4 seasons of The Walking Dead in charge of it, though.
Yeah, but there are signs. There are small little pieces of movement forward. I think we're starting to get into the reaping what you sow parts of the timeline.
Yeah,
Put a man in it and make it straight and awesome.
Yeah.
Jason.
Yes.
I reject your thesis.
It's called hope culture. He's hoping it's going to be good.
It's
well,
incremental,
dude.
incremental. But there's
okay.
little...
Well, your incrementalism got us fucking fucktard in office for fucking 8 years. That was hope. Is that what you want for hope?
I didn't vote for it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying the guy had his whole plan was hope.
But without hope culture, what else do we have?
I came in here for fucking Dune and Don't Tell My Baby Mama the Babysitter's Dead. What is this shit?
Well, give me a second, dude. We're going to get to it. Let me get through
Christ
this.
almighty, I talk about this shit every day. We know the movies are sucking now. That's why everybody's going to see Dune.
I'm telling you right now.
All right. So right here,
I'll
John
be back.
John Landgraf, basically
That's
from
what Arnold
FX,
Schwarzenegger said.
he
I have been
recently
talking
declared
about-
that peak television is dead.
Yeah, I've been talking about this guy for like 5 years, and he's right. We finally eclipsed peak fucking TV. You're gonna see another reduction in the number of shows. I love this article. I'll stop interrupting you because I want you to read it. But it's just he's 100% right, and films are dropped by 2/3. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry. I'm a dick.
No, it's fine. You're all good, man. Okay, so what we saw is we had 516 English language scripted shows in 2023, and that was 12% down from 2022. And then there is a further reduction. We're looking to 400 to 450 shows within the next few years. So yeah, it's crashing. There is a massive contraction in the industry, and yeah, Hollywood entertainment, it's fucked, and they need to fix things pronto.
Or somebody else needs to step up and start a new studio and make good
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, going back to what we were talking about with the mega corporations basically owning everything. Whenever we talk about the whole thing with whenever there's a merger, we lose, and this is why, right? Because when we're talking about the whole thing with studios not wanting to take risk anymore, part of that is the fact that you have these large conglomerates at this point that basically own everything, and they just want to regurgitate the same shit over and over again.
I am keeping my eye on Daily Wire's adaptation of the Pendragon cycle. Have you guys seen any of the behind the scenes videos that they've done on this? I think we've talked about it here.
We talked about it. I haven't seen any of them though.
It looks good. I mean, they were shooting in Italy, stunt guys jumping over bulls.
Yes.
With no wires or anything. They're just, okay, here it comes, and whoop. It looks, if the acting and the writing is anywhere near as good as what I'm seeing in the behind the scenes stuff of the production value on this thing, it's gonna rock. But they need to keep it out from behind the paywall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that is going to be a
holding them
huge
back a
issue
lot.
for the Daily Wire.
Yeah. Keep it 2 weeks behind the paywall for members first, exclusive, and then get it out somewhere else. Put it on a streamer, and get it on home video ASAP, because this thing, people need to see this. I'm encouraged.
No, it's good that you're encouraged.
We've been keeping an eye on it for months.
Makes it good to hear that you are encouraged. I want something like that to do well. I mean, Daily Wire does need to have a roaring success outside of the political stuff. They need to have something like that could be the smashing success. I'm still feeling the bitter taste from Lady Ballers. I have not watched it since, and it's like I could definitely go the rest of my life without ever seeing it again. And I hate that I'm saying that, because
I would actually like to rewatch it just to see how I feel about it with the second watch.
I gotta get motivated for that.
Yeah. Hey,
It
Tom,
might be fun if we all watched it together.
Have you seen Showgun?
No, I haven't got a chance to yet.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
But
Dude.
I want to.
Pretty fucking good.
The original one's like 9 hours long, so I want to get through that first.
You just want Richard Chamberlain, don't you? That's your thing.
Okay, so I know that you came here to talk about Dune. This is one of the things that we talked about. We're gonna do spoil the shit out of it, specifically with the stuff that we
Shouldn't
didn't
you
like.
save that for last, though?
Yeah, we can save it for last. Well, you were just complaining about it, dude.
Well, there's other things to talk about.
Can I comment? Can I just say something about that article?
Yeah.
Nowhere in that article did it mention that things are bad because of the quality of the content. It talked about COVID, talked about the strike, and then it went on to that. There's a key line. Return to profitability is going to cause a problem. Well, does that mean you've been throwing money away on crap you knew nobody was going to watch? So, there was some interesting language in that article.
Yeah, you're right. That is a very keen observation of one of the major issues that we're seeing with entertainment is the quality problem, right? And we just saw the whole issue with the anonymous Disney exec, basically calling people, moviegoers, fans, customers racist because of the fact that they don't like their shit. And it's garbage, and they're telling people to make better stuff.
But yeah, this expectation that they don't have to have eyeballs on things and therefore make a profit. Oh God, that's not important. Well, gravity has to affect them eventually, and it looks like it's starting to, which is good, as Jason was pointing out. Things are changing.
Well, I think we are slowly going to see a change, right? Because Hollywood, it takes time. It's like with any industry where you have to go create stuff. You're gonna see this very slow shift. So, excuse me, carbonated beverages make me burp. We're probably going to see another 3 years before we see a major shift, in my opinion. Tom, culture, you can
cycles,
correct me
yeah.
on that. I don't know if that's the case, but I'm thinking 3 years. I know what the comic book industry.
Culture-wise, maybe. But I think we're already on the cusp of things switching around and shifting.
Well, I think it's starting, but I think we're really going to see in the next couple of years.
Just put Sydney Sweeney in everything, and you'll be good.
No, because that's as bad as putting fucking Timothy Shamalama Ding Dong and Pedro Fuck You in the Ass Pascal in the shit. Fucking
Hey, I
tired
don't
of
hate
that.
Timothy anymore after this movie. I'll give him that.
Here's why I see it from Cox's point of view. Because I definitely see it more towards his view. Because remember, a lot of people who got into these positions, they play the long game to get there, and a lot of them are a fight tooth and nail to keep as much of what they want going down the ship. So I feel like the ship sinking is gonna sink a bit slower than it's faster. I would prefer to be wrong and for it to go down the way Titanic did, but I feel like that's just wishful thinking.
Well, okay, and there's another factor we have not addressed because it deals with politics, folks. And not to get too political because it's Thursday. We reserve that shit for Wednesday. But if Trump gets elected, we're going to see this reversal immediately do an about face.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, because they'll go on the offensive again.
Yeah.
Disney isn't about facing anything.
No, Disney's not changing, but we're seeing, changes like with we brought up the whole thing with Silk. I did a video on it talking about that and how other, companies are catching on. The issue though is that if Trump wins, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see the same shit coming out again because TDS is gonna kick back in.
I don't know.
Full speed.
I think they're going to try, but I think they're out of money.
Yeah, they can't afford it.
Nobody can buy anything.
Well, and I think
and they're all moving out of the country.
They could
I
get
think-
by the Soros.
And I think a lot of the citizenry in the general population has woken up to the fact that they were sold a bill of goods the first time around, and maybe not everything that the media says is true.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. Yeah. So I don't know. It will be interesting to say the least what happens after November.
Yeah.
So we shall see. Three of us saw Showgun. Actually, no, Belle's not. Oh, there she is. Yeah, I know you disappeared for a bit. Now you're back. Shogun. First 2 episodes so far, guys, I thought was pretty damn good. I know, Nick, we were talking about this before we went live, and somebody from System of Down had a major issue with it, and he's called out other stuff as well, which I disagree with. I thought the show was pretty good, but, it's been a hot minute since I've seen the original Showgun years and years ago, probably when it released.
So what was the issue? I missed that System of a Down thing. What was that all about?
He was on Instagram a few hours ago, and I mean, I'm gonna paraphrase here, but he ripped it apart. He was comparing it to the atrocity of the Rings of Power, the Star Wars sequel trilogy. He went all in on it. And then he said he said this is what we get. Then the Hollywood writers should have stayed on strike. And he still lives. I think lives near the belly of the beast.
Is this Surge we're talking about, or
no? John Domain, the drummer.
Okay.
So.
I don't see that. I mean, I'm a huge lover of the novel. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite novel of all time, James Clavell's Shogun. And I watched the first 2 episodes and I really enjoyed them. And
I did too.
I didn't see any problems. I don't know. I had some fears about the character Mariko.
Yes,
same here. They proved not to be true because what was in the trailer was another female character doing the killing, not her, because she doesn't do that in the book. So I thought it stuck pretty well to the story of the novel so far. 2 episodes in.
I'm paraphrasing. Yeah. You guys go look at what he directly said. I'm just giving you a summary.
Sure.
Like,
oh no, fair enough, man.
I know nothing about this series either. So,
but I think to compare it to Rings of Power is nothing. They're not even the same galaxies as far as quality.
There's no way. There's no way. They put a lot of work into this movie. I mean, you can tell, and I did the behind the scenes footage for FX. They have like 2 or 3 series on this movie. They put a lot of work into it, but they did the customs, how they ate and drank, and they worked with an expert in that field that was Japanese, and then they worked in the salutes, how they greeted each other in the different, um, I guess, warring federations and stuff. They worked on that, the costuming. I mean, they just it seemed like in the production. I know this is production when they do this behind the scenes, but they seem to put a lot of detail in it. And I find when productions do the little things and the little details, I think it just comes out over well that they really cared about the production.
I think it showed. I saw that. I mean, and you could see that there's executive production from one of the Clavel family. Hiroyuki Sanada's an executive producer. I think there's. I didn't see any wokeness in it, and I didn't see huge deviation from the story. That's just me, but I didn't see that.
I didn't see any wokeness in it at all.
Yeah.
And
No,
I was very concerned from the trailer that they're going to have some serious girl boss action going on.
Yeah.
And it so far in the series, I haven't seen anything. It's very well made. It definitely seems to, in my opinion, capture a lot of the culture of that time period. Like I said, what very little I know of it, the way they treated Westerners made a lot of sense. With the fact that they were calling them barbarians, and we kind of talked about a little bit on Wednesday where they boil one of the guys in water, and I just thought it was kind of funny. That they're talking about the whole thing with the Westerners being barbarians and they're fucking boiling a dude alive. Pretty fucking brutal. Great, was really well done. I mean, there's a lot of shit that they did, and the story so far has been fantastic. I'm hoping the rest of the show is going to be like that. It is definitely, in my opinion, worth a watch. Now, Boosh asks, how is it like Rings of Power? He didn't articulate his point. I don't know.
I don't want to say he didn't articulate his point because and like I said, I'm not saying all of his exact words. What I said was a summary of what I said. So you'll have to go look at his Instagram for specifics. So I'm not going to say whether he's valid or invalid. On top of it, I have not watched the show. So, and on top of it, whether you're there or not, I mean, he is an actual geek. He owns a comic shop in Vegas. He's not like a Johnny come lately. He's not a poser. He's not one of those guys who's in this because it's the cool thing. He's always been into these types of things. I actually bought an Iron Man comic from him personally myself. And he's like, "Oh, hey, from this arc, blah blah blah." And he knows his stuff. So that could just be one of those random things that people just won't agree with him on. At least people like us.
Could be
won't agree
something
with him.
he saw that I didn't, but so far I'm encouraged and impressed. Really enjoyed it and really wanted to see the next one. And I was watching it with my wife and we were going through it. And I was saying because I was expecting, well, they're going to change this, they're going to change that, and I went, no, that's exactly how it played out in the story in the book. That's exactly how it played out too. I could see where there were
just
changes,
like in the book,
but they were made to compress things as you would do because it's a very, very detailed novel, and you have to visually present certain things. I saw those changes. I didn't see any egregious changes that we're being used to in other properties recently. So far, so far,
unlike Dune, for instance.
Yes, unlike Dune. Yeah. Like I said, I probably should say probably 10 to 20% changes, but those changes are very fucking major. Yeah.
And the Showgun has boobs. As somebody said in the chat.
I was shocked about seeing boobs because wasn't this aired on television or is it only streaming?
FX, which is barely TV.
Okay.
Barely TV. Well, barely TV.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because normally it's like when they have something like that, it's usually like HBO, Showtime,
Not cable. Found out recently they can get away with that shit, especially when they've had to compete with HBO, Showtime.
Really? Okay.
But if you read the original novel, there's a lot of stuff in there that if we said was in a show today, we'd say, "Oh, that's woke."
It kind of started.
The Japanese had a different ethic around things like sex and so on, and other such things.
Yeah.
So that is portrayed. In fact, if anything, I think they toned that bit down in the show.
Oh, when the two chicks were making out.
Yeah, they toned that down. I felt, from the novel. So
No, but
Yeah.
cable could always show anything pretty much they wanted. They just decided not to adhere to mostly network rules just to not alienate sponsors.
Mhm.
But like, if you remember, they kind of got their balls back in the day when like Comedy Central started showing like movies uncut on Friday nights. Do you guys remember that?
I do.
That's kind of where it started. Yeah. And then after that, like a lot of these channels with like a lot of these shows, they would just start doing like basically like R-rated material.
Well,
on them.
I mean, you
remember
got
like AMC's whatchamacallit, Mad Men was kind of an early
Yeah,
start of that, some other
Mad
ones
Men was
too. Yeah.
pushing it. FX and FXX, the shows that were on there, Sons of Anarchy. You had some shows that would dive into areas that network television didn't.
Exactly.
Bush said that he recorded it on FX and they blurred the titties.
not in my version.
I have to tell you,
He would know. 70s is like, I remember. I paused, I zoomed in.
As somebody, Nicholas Horton's calling me elderly. I think he's talking about me. Well, I take my pleasures where I can get them at my.
sometimes the sun rises.
Sometimes it's only very occasionally.
The sun rises.
I know this. I know this. I miss good cable television. Mad Men was one of the best shows ever to air on any network ever. We don't have a lot of shows like that anymore.
No,
I've never seen it.
What?
Mad Men?
Oh, it's worth seeing.
I saw a few of it. Just not my thing.
It went off the rails, but the first couple seasons were really good.
Through season 5, it was like, wow.
And then for some reason, it just
Yeah, I don't know what they
know what
did
the hell.
after that. It was, it's funny because I have it. I was converting my entire library to digital, so that included anything that I really loved as far as television went. So I have it all. I have all of Mad Men digitally as well, uncut, unfucked. All I did was remove the beginning title crap, not the title in the show, but the title from
Disclaimers?
the AMC. So, but like I said, I mean, I did that for a long time. I would take whole shows and just like make sure I never lost them because we knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the reason why
I
you got to buy.
watched the first episode because I thought we had to watch it for tonight, and I was
Oh, Shogun?
yeah.
Oh man, I wish I had time to watch it.
I was impressed with the first show.
Wait, Shogun has tits?
Yes.
Yes.
It has tits in it.
No, I mean but
70s and Cox just had a conversation on this.
Culture
We
just
talked
caught up
about
to
it.
the conversation. Yeah.
Didn't you hear us talk about the boobs already?
I
What's
did.
wrong with you?
You showed tits.
I was actually also from the trailer. I hadn't been particularly impressed by the Cosmo Jarvis, who I'd never seen before, who depicted as Blackthorn. But having watched the first 2 episodes, he was great.
Yeah.
Really?
I get it.
I
now.
thought it was very good.
Yeah, I get
hey,
it.
if it's not
Speaking
it's-
of great tits and go ahead, Culture.
No, go ahead, Tom.
So speaking of great tits in a miniseries, I don't know if it aired this way, but I finally watched the Dune miniseries all the way through this last week, and Johnny's got some nice tits in that first one, and they showed him quite prevalently. Like at least 2 or 3 scenes they had him in.
Yeah, they don't have
Full
any of that
bearing.
in the films. There are no Chani tits in the films.
I don't remember if it showed on Sci-Fi that way.
And-
I don't think it
and-
showed on sci-fi that way.
And on Z weird Zendaya PO, there were no tits either in that
What tits?
robot.
Well,
costume.
she has no tits. I mean, like I said, she's a 12-year-old boy.
That's just, it was
Just
Yeah,
like Tom
it's
Holland likes him.
I need to go rewatch the miniseries because I really enjoyed it when it was on. I'm
Well,
kind of
Children of Dune and Dune Messiah and Children of Dune is amazing. I never seen it. I'd seen the first one years and years and years and years and years and years ago when it was first on.
Yeah,
And
sci-fi.
I was just like, oh yeah, that was all right, whatever it was, it's time. And I never really revisited it, and then I did finally just to see Children of Dune and stuff, and I'm like, oh boy, that was so much better than I remember
Tom,
the story being. But yeah,
after seeing the movie a second time today on a huge fucking screen, great sound all over again,
yeah,
I'm still frustrated.
that's what I was afraid of.
Actually-
And that's we already knew that.
Yeah.
That's
No,
why he
fuck
has
you
the
very
6-minute
much.
daily.
No, I mean, it disappointed
And that's why
him.
Brian's arm is in a sling. Oh, it's not right now.
It's not right now, but has been most of the day. But
It
called
He was
just
trying to find Johnny.
this
The
wore my
consequence
right
of
arm.
not
Finally
being
wore
a
my right
righty
arm out.
lefty.
I'm so mad that they changed the characterization of Chani's relationship and her motivations.
Are we going into the spoilers now?
Oh yeah, I'm popping this up now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
might
gonna
as well
say-
Well, let's
transition.
warn people and then we go into it.
Are we done talking about how good Shogun is?
Yeah, we can.
I
I've
don't
not
know. I
seen
didn't,
it,
mean, I didn't mean to
so-
transfer into that. I was just talking.
I
about
want to say
movies.
there's only 4 people who saw it, which was me, you, 70s, and
I didn't
Bell.
have time.
I think the
everyone
production.
should see it.
Southern Bell
I'm
said
not
the
gonna
production was
see it.
good.
Everyone
Yeah,
should
right.
watch it, at least the first 2, because I think lots of people will be pleasantly surprised.
Southern Bell's right. They seem to pay attention to a lot of details, and I had a problem with Dune because of the changes that were in it. Could very well be that this gentleman who saw it and went nuts about it. Same thing. May have been something in the book because everybody gets different things out of the books.
No, I mean he's allowed
First
to not
book,
like it.
he's-
I don't
Yeah.
have a
was
problem
vocal
with it.
about
I
how
just
much he
disagree.
didn't like it.
Yeah. So some people don't. It's not their thing.
Mhm.
Entertainment is different, and there's multifaceted for a reason. Everybody has different tastes. I mean, I hated Jurassic Park. I still do. Can't stand it. So Mad Men, I saw a couple episodes, didn't like it, so I stopped watching.
So so just real quickly. Zendaya's robot, Zendaya 3PO, right?
Mm-hmm.
They actually have measurable statistics that they assign a financial value to stuff. And so her appearing in her, robo costume thing, with
Robosexual.
her what do you call it? Non-sexual sexual take on the robot or whatever. Anyway, that generated over $13.3 million in media exposure.
And of course, spoilers is spelled wrong.
That's right.
Spoilers. They're further on than
Spoilers.
spoilers. They're even more
This is the
spoilery.
second spelling error, Terry.
they're
Just like
Irish.
how we spell remake,
Irish.
remate. I tested
Well, okay.
comics
When
like, hey,
I
you
was
want
typing
remake?
that up, that's just a typo, right? It's like
I know.
and
You didn't type that up. I did.
no. I'm talking about what.
Why
the
is
ti-
it scrolling
the head, okay, the
backwards?
initial title for the stream. I typoed it and Nick texted me and I got it corrected. So that's what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I just didn't actually text you and tell you. I
Yeah,
was
Nick,
just gonna
Nick
let
is
it go.
very nice. He's definitely a true friend because when he sees I do something stupid, he texts me to let me know I'm being a retard.
Okay,
I'm
I
like,
need to
well, I
ask
answered. I'm like, did you want to remake a movie or do you want to remate?
Okay, why is that scrolling backwards?
It's not.
It is.
It's normal.
It's going left to right.
Left to right, like normal people.
Yeah, usually
Because you're
You
used
know
to
the direction-
StreamYards going the other way. Yeah.
The direction that we read in English,
usually
left
goes-
to right.
I thought it usually goes.
There
the
it
other way.
is.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there it got
That's really
fixed.
weird. It's going backwards.
Actually,
That's
that
actually
would be
more
the right-
natural. Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
be the right way.
Yeah,
if
and
you read
fuck
left to right.
you very much.
The other
Bravo,
way
you
is the way the
asshat.
Russians do it.
Okay, all right. So spoilers for Dune.
All
if,
right.
if this is a movie you have not seen yet,
Get
we'll
pissed
give,
at me because I'm about to
we'll,
fucking
we'll
nuke
give
it.
you the 5-second count to bail. Obviously, the movie came out today. Oh my god, the cock. Spoilers.
Keep in mind, if you're not sticking around, most of us did like the movie. We did not like the adaptation.
Yes, also true. So
this is not us
no.
saying we're going to nuke it. Is not saying it was a bad
No.
movie.
Yeah, by no means it was a bad movie. I thought it was a very good movie.
Exactly.
Okay, look, I don't often say bad words, but when I do, it's because I'm really angry or frustrated about something. This
Okay,
film,
full nuclear culture in 3, 2, 1. Cue the explosion. Go ahead,
this film
Culture.
actually destroys the character of not only Lady Jessica but of Chani. Okay, it just destroys
Well,
them
and
both.
Zendaya didn't help in that either.
Well, it set the
Not
acting
just
aside.
that.
I know.
Yeah,
Not just that.
I know
set
it's not
that
just that.
aside for now.
Stilgar as well.
They change it. Well, yeah. Well, he. By the way, the best actor and the best presentation of a character ever. If he doesn't win an award this year, I'm losing my mind. Anyway, back to this. So they really did amp up the chick thing by making Zendaya's character Chani not completely involved in every aspect of Paul's life, which she is in the book. She is 100% supportive behind him. Instead, she in this film is portrayed as anti-religion and not all that supportive of what Paul needs to do. Not to mention the fact that, correct me if I'm wrong, but when he gets the water of life, she's not at odds with helping him overcome.
She's the one that
moment.
takes him to have it done.
Yeah, I'm like,
they work together. They took a strong female character in Chani, who is the life mate and partner of Paul, who is the Khazrak Haderach, which is the Messiah, which the term Messiah, which in Judaism means someone who is going to come down and become a leader and a warrior and lead you to a holy jihad, right?
Paradise.
The Christian term Messiah is not the same as what it originally was in and is in Judaism. Okay.
Right.
So he's the Messiah. He was the Messiah that wasn't supposed to be. Okay.
One generation early.
Well, so you have the Bene Gesserits that for 10,000 years have been programming computers behind the scenes they're not supposed to have and genetically learning how to manipulate their bodies and how to manipulate bloodlines and manipulate who's going to have a child from where. 10,000 years to build up to this one man who can survive the water of life and see the things that they cannot see.
The patriarchal line.
Yes.
Well,
and Lady Jessica, who is a product of all that and all the training and everything from there. All right. After 10,000 years, knows what's going on, trained by, mother, she's a daughter of this person, trained by all these people, all this stuff. She falls in love with the Duke, Leto, and instead of bearing him a daughter, she loves him so much, she says, forget these 10,000 years of history and everything that's been piling up inside of me. I'm going to give him a boy.
Yep.
And she has Paul. And it circumvents the entire plans of the Bene Gesserit, right? Completely gone in this fucking film.
Yeah,
the entire point of this, the first book, the second book, and the third has been destroyed.
Yeah. For love
in
of
this
a
film.
man. Yeah, for love of a man, she gave him a son.
Right.
And the Quetzat Haderach was born a generation early.
Right.
Yeah.
And he
Because
takes the
it's
water of
supposed to be
life.
Fade screwing Paul, not Fade getting killed by Paul.
Exactly.
Paul's supposed to be a girl.
It's supposed to be Paulina.
Paulina.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that ruins it because this film, they took the book.
I'm sorry, this is
and the
funny.
story.
The Bene Gesserit failed risk management.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
Yes.
10,000 years of all these. This is the thing. So 10,000 years of all these women planning.
Plans
All right?
within plans. That line
Plans
is
within
not-
plans and
How
all stuff and
bad
everything.
women are at planning then.
Right.
It's
and
not-
one of them looks at the whole thing and goes, "Well, fuck that! I'm doing this." That's what happens in the book.
Yep, it's
Right.
true.
And so the theme that they can't see this stuff and they need a man to do it. They rip that out of the film, right? That the whole theme of family, that you need two people, a man and a woman, to make things work. They rip that out of the film.
Because that's
Shawnee's supposed to have
modern
at least one child
That's
at
the
this
modern
point
message.
when all this stuff happens. Right. She is there with Paul and helps him, and they are a partnership. She
And-
is his rock that keeps him grounded because he's off in outer space after he takes all this spice and the water of life
Yes.
in his mind. And they ripped all that out of this.
Yep.
I was so angry
Yeah.
when this film ended because
On a cliffhanger.
well,
Again.
no, Villeneuve, fuck that guy. And I will tell you why. Because he came out and said, well, I made Shawnee stronger. No, you fucking did
No,
it.
you didn't.
You stupid fucking motherfucker.
Turned her into
You
whiny
ruined
modern girl.
this
Yeah.
story. You could have
took a
had
woman-
strong women, but you tossed it.
You took,
All right,
first of all, that's the other thing is they totally disregard. I don't know. People have been. I watched the first movie the night before I saw this. people are like, I swear they said that she was related to Liette
Baron
in this
Harkonnen?
version.
Oh.
No, Liette Kynes. Because like I'm like, I don't see
Her
anywhere in
mom.
the second film where they bring anything up about Liette being her. Well, it was her dad initially in the book, but her mom here.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's the whole point is Liette is the
mention it.
leader of that sector, whatever, meaning that when they die, Chani takes over and she's the leader. And then when her and Paul get together,
Yeah.
that de facto makes him the leader of that tribe as
Yes.
well with his wife. Basically, they're
I
already
think
together
Liette
for
was actually
years.
the leader of the Fremen.
Fremen
Like,
altogether, I think you're right.
Each
Yes, now you
siege
say that.
had their own leader,
Siege,
but
that's
Liette
true.
was the one that was in charge of all of it,
Siege.
bringing
The
it all
siege,
together.
yeah.
But it's like they took all that time and they
So
compressed
basically,
it.
they took that was my point is they took something that was already important about her character and they took that away from her.
This right here, Boosh, right? Yeah. They take strong women throw tantrums and want to run away.
Yeah, and then they
Fuck
took away
you.
her child part. They took away the fact that she is completely
Yes.
on board and protective and supportive of Paul. And she
Including-
knows very well that this whole thing about I'm going to take your empire,
The
your kid,
political- yeah,
everything,
the
that is a big
political marriage.
fuck you to the emperor.
Yeah.
She knows that. And her storming out like a fucking little teenager ruined the
Like a
entire movie
12-year-old
for
boy.
me.
Like a 12-year-old boy.
Well, and the other thing,
And
was,
nobody's even brought up but Andre and myself yet that they have a crack at the religious South too, and nobody brought that up.
Oh no, they did.
We brought it up on
It's
Monday.
been mentioned, yeah.
You and me
Yeah.
both brought it up on Monday. Didn't
Yeah,
we?
that's bullshit.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I mean, they are really the people that are happening in the North are calling them like religious crackpots.
The fundamentalist South.
The fundamental South. Yeah.
South.
Well,
yeah.
like I said, I thought that was something that could have been in the book because I have not read it.
No,
I
it's not
didn't
in the
pick up
book.
on it.
The
The
Fremen, were
Fremen
the
are all
Fremen.
one people. They're not like the North and the South bullshit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was never there.
Well, and the other
that
thing,
was-
Well, that's probably the reason why I did pick up on it because I was like, okay, I just don't know much about the book.
Oh, that's true. This was in the book, Godzillionaire. Chani knows that Paul is
Chani,
secretly
yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
yeah, the other thing that that doesn't happen because they don't really get Chani linked to Liette Kynes or Mama Kynes in Dune 1 is that's one of the things that Paul and Chani bond over is they both just lost a parent. Because Paul
Makes
just
sense.
lost his
They
dad,
both
she
lost
just
their
lost her
fathers, yeah.
dad.
Yes.
And she's a badass.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna say, and the whole thing with him marrying the princess, they never fuck.
No.
Like
Never
he flat
touch
out
each other.
tells her,
never
I
even
will
had
never
that.
touch you. You will never know me.
And
In
you will
any
never know.
way-
You will never know a man.
Yeah.
And not just me, yeah, any man, period. Because he's making sure that bloodline ends.
Dies.
Yeah.
And that's the joke of the whole book.
And
Is
they
that when you
tried-
get to the end of the book, you realize that it's the princess who's been writing this whole time because she's got nothing better to do.
God.
Which
It's
is funny.
punishment
That's
for
literally
her,
it.
for
She
her.
has nothing else to do. So she wrote the entire history of the. Yeah.
She did, but that's funny. And the reason it's funny is because that's how this movie starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It starts with her dictating her comment of the given era. And that's this is a theme that is continued throughout the books. And I lost my mind, right? Because she is essentially rendered irrelevant and undermines the previous Reverend Mother, the chief Reverend.
Oh, the
what's
Gaius
okay.
Maham.
When
yeah,
Gaius
thank you.
and Jessica were having that conversation in their
Yes.
mind,
Yes.
all right, what happens is
picked
that
the
Paul
wrong
breaks
side.
into it and it shocks them to death. And she
But
says,
he
"Get out
didn't
of
in
my
the movie.
mind, get out of my mind." And he tells them, "Look in the place where you all fear to look, and you will see me staring
Find
back
me.
at you."
Yep.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And that's
Anyway.
that's in the 84 Dune, the Lynch Dune, but it isn't in this movie. And it's a very important moment. Fuck this movie.
And the abomination line is aimed at the wrong person.
Yeah.
Because
it-
Alia
instead
is
of-
never
yeah.
born.
Yeah, well, okay. So here's
Yeah.
the other problem: the voice is not the voice is hardly present in the two films, and it's
The
incredibly
weirding
powerful.
way of the Benny Gesserits is not anywhere in this.
Oh, yeah, it's true. The
The
I
Benny
disagree with you
Gesserits
on
are the
that
most
part, Tom.
badass.
Yeah, that pissed me off too.
They're the most. So, in the name of making the women stronger for present fucking day, right? They basically hamstrung the most powerful women that have ever been.
Yeah, no, and George is in the chat right now preaching about the Spice Diver edition. I agree.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's the one you got to see.
I do want to get super chats real quick because we have some.
Oh, you have some member
This is funny.
gifting as well that I started.
We also
Yeah.
have some member gifting as well from Toxic Man Flu and some others. We'll get to that. Godzillionaire says culture. Dune is Jennifer Lawrence Arabia.
Yes.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, if we got a Jennifer Lawrence of Arabia in this, it would have made it better.
Oh, that's bad. Oh,
they don't have labias, but they got the buttholes.
Eric K for $2. Tox might be mad. I am not sure. Yeah.
It's hard to tell, isn't it? It is hard to
Hello,
tell.
I did
not George, how you doing, sir? For $9.99.
George.
All hail, you beautiful passages. Long live the fighters.
Long
There's
live
like-
the fighters.
What is this,
Long
guy?
live
There's
the
like something in the
Legion.
bottom here.
Uh-oh.
Warning. Oh, wash only with soap and vinegar. Oh.
Oh,
Well,
it's a douche.
you have to douche the bucket the right way.
Somebody finally got the joke. I've done that joke like 2 or 3 times now, and it fell flat. Finally,
Oh, I got it.
Like a summer's eve.
Finally,
Of course,
Tox
this
got me.
group's
It's
gonna
like
get it.
All right.
If you
Toxic
want
Man
him
Flu
to
gifted 10
reciprocate, you must irrigate.
Toxic Man Flu gifted 10 memberships, and so did Stitch. Gifted 5. Thank you, sir.
If
Thank
you
so
want
both.
to replicate, you have to irrigate.
No, if you
No,
want him
reciprocate.
to reciprocate,
Oh,
you must irrigate.
Ah,
Yes, there
that's
you
an
go.
oral joke.
Yes.
Yes,
It is.
It's a joke about cunnilingus.
Yes.
You are a
Yes.
cunning
it
linguist.
was a
know
cunning
what?
joke about cunnilingus.
Culture, you have got to do a 5-minute bit as Colonel Angus.
So
Okay.
Colonel Angus. What the?
Colonel Angus.
Oh.
We're gonna lick these guys.
Okay,
That's
all
right.
right. I tell you what, let's write that down because I'll do it.
We're gonna bring this to a climax. I guarantee it.
We
we're going to
can't
demand
find
answers.
It. I
We
can't
want to know
find it.
why.
That's right.
We're on a search.
Look, we have to finish properly here.
Well,
George is asking
yeah.
if how long we're going because it sounds like he may want to join. But
Yeah.
Oh, man.
As far as the Dune stuff, I
So-
mean,
He
Can
can
I-
have my
'cause-
spot because I
like that's my other problem is
Yeah.
like we're setting up for clearly he's gonna get a third film, right?
Well,
Yeah.
He already kind of figured he was going to, but after this weekend, the box office,
Oh,
the way
this
things
thing's
are going,
this
I'm
this
surprised
thing-
they didn't announce it already.
This thing's balls out. I'm telling you right now that they came in on this preview weekend. Today they were saying it was going to be 10 million. They were projecting 8. They said it's going to be 10. I think it's going to be closer to 12 by the time we get it all settled. So I'm looking at this weekend and I'm thinking this is closer to $100 million open domestic than it is 90.
What I tell you.
Yeah, no, you and I are the guys going up on this number. There are other people that are like, nah, it's not going to be that good.
Well,
I'm
I've been
like,
getting a lot of crap for the last month or so where I've been
Yeah.
saying, oh, it's going to hit $1 billion. It's going to hit
Yeah.
$1 billion.
I
Can I
think
say
it's gonna.
15?
I think it's gonna finish just under $1 billion, Tom.
It could, but that's
it's-
because this
it's
just
in the
isn't.
ballpark. It's in the ballpark.
This isn't quite
No.
your typical. And this is why I've been saying for a while that there is no ceiling on Godzilla X Kong.
Right.
This kind of has a ceiling.
It has a ceiling because it has. Look, okay, and this was a
Still a
conversation. Now
niche
I
movie.
had two normies that went. I had two normies that went with me today, right? Because I'm compelled. I have to see this film at least 3 times because every time I see it, I'm like pissed off more.
Jay's in the chat. Look at
Hi,
that.
Jay.
We got a celebrity.
Hey, Jay.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Drunk 3PO, my old nemesis.
and Jay's right. You have to finish properly. But anyway.
Hello, Jay. How are you, sir?
We're gonna
Hope
finish
you're doing well.
properly.
Properly.
We're gonna go down there.
It was important. I don't remember.
Colonel Lingus.
Yeah, George. Also, I sent you the link, man. If you want to jump on, because I know that culture wants to bow out.
I got my night tea.
Well,
And
but anyway, as I was getting at is here, we have Chekhov's baby in this movie, right?
Yeah.
So that bothered me because now you're going to cram all this stuff into Dune Messiah when that's supposed to be quite a few year jump in between both movies and then
Yes.
jump in between there to Children of Dune.
Yes.
Because Dune Messiah is more of a bridge between the two anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we should probably just. I mean, we haven't said it flat out yet. I mean, there is no really jump in time in this movie.
No, it all takes
literally
place in,
takes
like-
place immediately after. She's pregnant the whole time. That's what you're getting at.
But they compress the crap out of it. It's like.
But there are so
oh.
many things that happen during that time period,
did
including
Jessica-
Shawnee having a baby and the baby getting killed
Yes.
And that's what really sets him
That
off.
was
Turns
what
Paul,
sparked
yeah.
it.
And turns
Yeah,
it
that's-
from just revenge against the Baron to revenge against the universe.
Against everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying too. And I'm like, that's what bothered me. And that's the issue we have now. So, and Tox is right. Like, they took away the weirding way. Cause that's the thing is, it's not so much that Paul will know their ways, right? And be one of the Fremen like he was born to it. He also brings a gift with him, and not just to free them, but he gives them the gift of being able to learn the weirding ways. Yeah. So they are the ultimate fighters now.
They were
like nobody can stop them. That's kind of the whole point.
And yeah, I mean, it's like now. So now we're dealing with conventional weaponry, right? And some things there's just a lot of stuff that's missing now. And it's
the biggest thing missing is the Spacing Guild.
Yeah. Oh, well,
I mean, the Spacing Guild is a big thing. That's the whole basis of the Imperium.
Yes. It's the whole point. And it's look, you have no navigators. The Mentats are barely in this thing.
There's no Mentats.
Yeah, I'm like, oh.
There were in the first one. There aren't in this one.
There aren't in
Not
this
that I
one.
noticed.
Yeah, they're completely gone. And Jessica not knowing what the Water of Life was complete and utter bullshit.
Yeah.
Of course she knows what that is.
But she
every Bene Gesserit does.
Yes, but she says, well, it's different to every culture.
No, it's bullshit because she knew that she kept it to herself because she knew if they knew that she was pregnant, they wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't do it. Yeah.
Because she knew it was
it's a severe
dangerous.
Spice overdose.
Mm-hmm.
So no culture would be doing it differently. They're all using a spice overdose to do it.
Well, it's the worm.
It's
whatever the worm puke.
Basically, the most
is.
Distilled version of spice. It's straight from the sandworms.
And she has the power to turn it from poison to non-poison.
It's called transmuting poison.
Yeah, transmuting poison.
Yeah.
Can I just say that Benny and the Gesserits is my favorite Elton John song?
Benny and the Gesserits.
That's funny.
So I have a question, and this is just completely off the wall, but with regards to the time compression and the fact that the relationship between Paul and Shani is not entirely there, what if? Because there has been speculation. We talked about this, I think, Sunday night when Tom did the stream. Yeah, the possibility that Zendaya was foisted upon Denis Villeneuve and maybe wasn't his first choice. But what if a lot of the relational stuff got cut because Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya actually don't have that much chemistry?
They don't have any chemistry.
Every article in the mainstream is talking about how great their chemistry is.
And I also posited when we were having that conversation that the script may have went closer to what the original version was, but I was curious if people thought maybe Zendaya's people took one look at that and they're like, well, you can't have her being okay with him marrying another woman and all this other. And so they basically maybe made him change it because he's the one who's been going around, oh, we changed her character. We made him more stronger and all this other crap. And I'm like, if you think you made her stronger by doing this to her, you didn't.
Did he say that? Because I thought he just said
Yeah.
he kind of pushed her to the front.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought they said too.
No, it was along the lines of, he didn't say he pushed her to the front. He said they changed her character and they made her a bigger part of the story. And
and they did.
That's not saying that he's making her stronger.
But that's the state. Actually, he didn't though, because he pulled a lot of shit that was hers. This is what pisses me off about this shit.
He made her weaker by making her more modern audience.
Exactly. Because this is what's gonna. And it's gonna.
I just want to say real quick, Unknown. I also thoroughly enjoyed the movie. Okay.
Yeah. Please
We are
don't misunderstand.
nitpicking the shit out of it because we are. So many of us are Dune just deep into it.
Book readers.
Book readers and things from there. But
yeah, don't take away that I didn't think it was a good movie.
An amazing disappointment for me.
Yeah,
it was an amazing film.
We're nitpicking this the way we used to nitpick things that we actually did like.
Exactly. That's what this is. Okay.
There is a bit of the modernism here, and this is my problem with it. And this is the thing: is they take things that already have strong female character representation, and they have to change things to their views as strong female representation. It's like, no, you already have. That's what gets. I'm afraid of when we get to Children of Dune, because like
it's the fourth wave feminist filter,
and they can't do it right.
Because we kind of did Jay Price before we
Well,
at
and we
this
did
week.
a whole Monday show.
Yeah,
of-
we did a whole Monday show.
Monday
talking
show.
about it.
We
Yeah.
just loved on it there.
And that's
yeah.
where they made me
Sunday
shut the
night.
fuck up and yeah.
I was like, Tom, stop. No spoilers.
Because yeah, as far as a movie goes, it's a great movie, and I still want to see it again as a movie. But as a Dune fan, I walked out of that movie extremely disappointed, and with a very like
Well,
heavy.
I now understand what my wife was feeling when she came out of the Harry Potter film. She was very glad to have them all, right? And there were, 7 of them or whatever. But she's like, there was so much of it not in the book, or not in the movie that was in the book that was so important.
Yeah.
Like the house elves were a major part of the book that were not there, right? So this is the same thing. The guild wasn't there. You didn't see the Mentats. You didn't see that, right? And this whole family unit, stronger together as family theme that's really in the book about the Fremen as being a family, it was just ripped apart. And as much as Stilgar, he acted it so very well and he deserves an Oscar, he became comic relief. That's not Stilgar at all. Stilgar is a Caesar type character in the books.
He's stoic.
Culture
this is
made
what-
the point the other day that this was for 3 different audiences.
Yes.
Right.
And I'm wondering if that might have factored into what, because
Exactly,
you've
Eclair.
got this
Exactly.
really dense book.
Yes.
What can you keep and still tell the main story, the spine of the story, and what can you keep and what has to go in order to make this thing
And you know what could have
bring
gone?
that Lord of the Rings thing back up again, because here's my problem with this. As much as Lord of the Rings leaves out, at least it gets the main points right. You don't have Frodo walking off at the end going, fuck you, I'm not going to do this because I don't agree with it. Kind of like how Chani is at the end of this. That's the big difference here. You don't have characters making these major deviations from their actual characters from the book and comparing it to Lord of the Rings. Like, that's
Well-
the problem I have here.
Well, and I'm
Imagine
wondering
Game
if
of Thrones and it's only the Lannisters and the Starks, because that's kind of what they did with Dune.
And
Because
that's the
there are
sad part
major
is-
factions that are just left out that are important to the overall
And there's
story.
no excuse. Denny has no excuse. He had more screen time than the fucking sci-fi Dune does. And he got a third of the story if he's lucky in here. What is his fucking excuse? He just
And
sat there for 10 years showing nothing but dream sequences of fucking Zendaya. If I see that fucking dream sequence one more fucking time, I'm gonna puke. I swear it's in the movies like 20 fucking times.
Well, remember, Denny says that he's not really big on dialogue, so it's entirely possible if he had actually put dialogue in the movie, we could have gotten more of the book.
But they did also add completely useless scenes. Like,
Yes!
hey, let's take a field trip over to see where the where the atomics are have been hidden.
Well, they're important to the story, but
They are, but you could have just shown up. I mean, you could say, I know where they are, and
Gurney
you just
knows
go
where
there
they
and get
are.
them. You don't have to go do the, let's spy on the
why are we
cliff
gonna-
and see where it is.
Yeah, why are we going to scout this? Not only that, every time they're returning from, a mission, whatever, that he's trying to portray, we have like a 3 to 5 minute walk into the cavern scene.
And a lot of
When-
staring at people back and forth.
Oh yeah, I felt like all we were missing was a table and people talking about their feelings.
Danny loves his big
Trend
epic.
nowadays with staring at movies.
Look,
There's always staring now.
I don't want anybody to misunderstand. As a
Drunk
movie,
Creepio saying, let it flow, Tom.
I love
let
you,
it
Jay.
flow.
The spice must flow.
The spice must flow.
the spice must flow.
As a
So must
movie-
and flow. Once a month. What?
As a movie,
culture.
it was good. As an adaptation, it sucked balls, and
Yes.
not in a happy way.
Beautiful movie, horrible adaptation.
And I mean, some people are like, "Oh, you're nitpicking a bit too much," but
No.
are we though?
Now, the whole
I
thing
th-
about
I don't
Johnny.
think so.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I just want to bring it because you guys are. Oh, sorry, Southern. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I hadn't read the books, and I saw the first one, and I loved it, absolutely loved it. So when I come to the second one, I had no clue what's going on. I didn't feel like there was enough exposition for me to understand as someone who hadn't read the books at all. I was very confused a lot of the times, and then having no dialogue did not help at all. It just left me further bored at points.
That's the first
and
line of my
stuff.
review on Criticalist is I don't think this is where I'm not so sure it was made for 3 audiences culture and just 2. right? Because it's like if you're gonna have something to where you have to rely on knowing your knowledge of the Dune universe in one way, shape, or form or another to understand what the hell's going on in this movie. That's a problem. That means it's not made for the normie audience. And sure, there's a lot of normies who are gonna pretend that they know what the fuck's going on. But anyway, you're about to say culture.
No. I just want to add to what you're saying. I see where you're coming from. So I'm not, I mean, that definitely could be there, but there's flash and dash and enough visual cues that a lot of people will be able to keep up. A lot of the normies, right? The casual fans, but that's the whole point. Why in my spoiler-free review that I did, and I'm going to do a spoiler review in the next couple of days, but in my spoiler-free review, I said, this is made for 3 audiences, and none of them will be satisfied. None of them. Because if you think about it even a little bit critically, you're like, oh, yeah, that was missing. Oh, I don't understand that motivation. Oh, and if you're a casual fan and you paid attention during any of the other material that's ever been released, including just like a cursory, read through the book, right? You'd be like, that's a little bit different than I remember. That doesn't quite seem to fit. Something doesn't add up there. And when you get to the book nerds, like, Brahma and others, you're going to lose your mind because you're like, none of this makes any sense. These people are doing shit that they're not supposed to do for reasons that we don't understand. 199. Okay, anyway, on that note, I'm going to leave. That way you can pull George or Jay in here and have them rant like crazy people.
I sent George the link, but I haven't gotten a response from him. So
yeah, so I want to say I had a great night. I really loved it. Check out our website, beachpunk.us. Get your gear. Like I'm rocking the gear all the time. And yeah, we've got new stuff coming out all the time. We've got stuff for Dallas, stuff for Vegas. Vegas is coming up next, guys. If you want your exclusive stuff, you can pre-order it. The website's live. Check out comicsdivision.com. I think that's right.
.com.
And you could actually be watching this right now live over on the website if you wanted to. What else is happening?
Oh no, we're not live tonight.
Oh, then I lied.
Sorry.
Don't do that.
Yes.
But do go over there and sign up for an account because we're going to have forums in the future and a lot of other things, including event calendars and stuff eventually. So you definitely want to check that out. And then beyond that, check out my channel. The 6 Minute Daily is growing every day. Thank you.
What are you doing on your Friday show after F&T?
Oh, after F&T tomorrow, I will be hopefully pre-recording with Andy Masterson because guess what? To my right is my action figure. It has not been opened. It's going to officially get unboxed.
It's got kung fu grip and hair weave action.
All I know is that according to people who have seen it,
it contains a lot of compressed gas.
Hey, according to people who've seen it, it's the most accurate one of these to date. So you'll want to.
So it's only 5'3".
More accurate than the Hunter Biden doll?
You have to date it.
I'm 5'9". And on that note, I just
5'10" with a crack pipe.
Indeed, yeah.
Okay.
No, that's Hunter.
Does it come with Beano?
I'm gonna go now. Do check everything out, and do check out tomorrow's 6 Minute Daily because it's something special. We're talking about the crazy lady, otherwise known as Abigail Disney, who doesn't know what side of the bed she wakes up on when she's yelling at elitists. So it's gonna be a good time. Cock.
Oh my God, the cock.
This has been the best 12-minute outro ever.
I know,
Ever.
right?
It really has.
By culture. Okay, I'm gonna.
Still
You want me
here.
to punch
It's
you out?
longer than his daily 6 minute
I thought it was
show.
supposed to be punched out.
Punch his ass out like a bitch he is.
He asked me to tell him about my homeworld, Usul.
That was good. That was really good.
Still not as long as his intro on Sunday night.
Yeah.
No.
Outro on Sunday
Alric
night
for $9.99 says saw Dune 2. I didn't think. Excuse me. I didn't like it. It was I was either bored or aggravated.
Presentism?
Presentism.
Presentism. Yeah. Current dayism.
Oh, current dayism.
Modernism.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I agree with Andre's review. I gave the movie a D+, just for visuals. Otherwise, a F. with a bunch of thumbs downs.
Oh wow!
Only
you're
one in
harsh.
the audience
Yeah.
clapped. Yeah, our audience when I saw it, a lot of people clapped.
Yeah, there were some. It was like that after church. Are we supposed to clap now? Clap. Right.
It wasn't like that. Everyone.
No, my audience gave it a real clap, but I'm
Yeah.
just like, you fools! You don't know what you're clapping for. That's
Well,
kind of where I was. It was like,
Mrs.
yeah.
Flew liked the film.
You just
Okay.
don't get the clap like you do.
Yeah.
Right. And she, oh boy, I'm not saying that. She's listening in the room.
Oh
She will
my.
fly up to Canada and kick your ass.
I was talking about Tom.
There is a
Oh, Tom's
contingent.
gonna-
There is a contingent of people that are
There's
going
a
to feel
shot
that
for
way.
that.
Even Mephisto said he fell asleep at least 2 or 3 times during the movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
On
Oh,
his
there's gonna be
first viewing.
people. Well, just like people who just weren't into Lord of the Rings, there's going to be people who are just not into
Exactly.
this as well.
But then you're going
It's
to
gonna
get
happen.
blasted with some, weird yelling sound that they call a soundtrack to wake
The
you up.
soundtrack was the most phenomenal soundtrack of all time. It was like I was on the Aboriginal plains of Australia. That's what it was like. In fact, I thought I was either watching the opening to Lion King or I was in the middle of Crocodile Dundee. So
There we go. That's what it
Did
needed.
the score for Dune
Space
Part 2 was
bagpipes.
it Hans
Space
Zimmer?
bagpipe.
Yeah.
Well, the tradies
Zimmer.
actually, don't they have bagpipes, or is that
Hans
something
Zimmer.
he just added? I
They
can't
do.
remember.
The pipes must flow.
I don't think I've liked the score
The
of his
pipes
since
must-
Black Rain.
No,
Yeah.
he used to be really good, and then he got all experimental. I remember he like the time I think where I really like questioned his sanity is like it was during the making of Man of Steel, because I was all over that. Like, I was ready for a new Superman at that time. Speaking of, I don't know if you guys caught all that news and talked about it, but
yeah, there's a new Superman out there.
yeah. Anyway, he's sitting here going, "I'm so excited. We've got all these drummers for the soundtrack." He literally had like a room full of drummers. I'm like, dude, you could just record the drumming over and over again. It's drums. It's not like it's going to make any fucking difference. You just make it louder. Like, what the hell? It was just nothing but drummers. I'm like, that's not a soundtrack. That's not music. That's just a rhythm section. And it's dumb.
Rhythm section.
Yeah,
But these go to
score,
11.
The score didn't impress me at all.
No, he went.
Hell,
Well,
Tap
deep.
is too
There's
good to be
nothing here.
mixed in with Hans
Yeah.
Zimmer, especially
It's
Hans
not
Zimmer
Spinal
of the
Tap.
last 20
I can't
years.
wait till somebody rescores these movies with the Toto score.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Steve Lukather doing the guitar again.
Well,
yeah.
didn't Toto do the 1984 one?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
I
my
think
point.
that's-
Yeah.
I think that's the joke.
Yeah. No, well, that's not even a joke.
It's
I'm
not a
dead
joke,
fucking
it's a wish.
serious.
Seriously.
Yeah, I'm dead
Yeah,
serious. That's a great fucking score. I mean,
One of the
it's like-
best ever.
That's a good one.
I posted a link in the chats. I'll do it again on the YouTube site because it's going a little faster. But this is to DuneNovels.com. If you want to read the books, it'll have the original series and then some others after that. But there's one page that's all the books that have been written by Frank and his son Brian after Frank passed on. There's 37 of them. Some of them are shorter stories than that, but you can read all of it in order that happens in this entire universe. It covers about 10, 12,000 years.
Well, and
That's the
Brian and Kevin J. Anderson, besides the books, they've also been working on some graphic novel projects, and then of course you've got the Sisterhood TV show that's coming too. So,
And if you don't want to read the books, but you want to know more about the lore, there's a channel called Quinn's Ideas that does ridiculous deep dives into Dune.
And Nerd
Oh, yeah.
Cookies does
And
a lot of
Three
that
Body
too.
Problem.
Oh, Nerd Cookies knows this pretty good.
Yeah.
You almost
Were you
called
gonna
her
say
nerd
Nerd
cock.
Cod Piece?
Nerd Cockies. It's been a
He wasn't
long
wild about the
couple of
movie
weeks for
Afraid
me,
of Nerd
and
Twins.
I am so disappointed as a fan. I'll get over it, right? I will get over it, but I'm so disappointed in them even thinking Zendaya had any potential to be what could have been one of the greatest science fiction characters in film in Chani. So, and you talked about the graphic novel. For Christmas, my kids, I'm staring at it right now. Frank Herbert's Dune, the graphic novel, book 1, the collector's edition.
Nice. I didn't know they did that.
I didn't know
Yes,
that either.
my middle boy got it from Europe.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have
he
the comic
finds all kinds of
adaptation of the movie of the first original Lynch one, but I didn't know they did a graphic novel of the books.
Yeah, this is the book. So, and yeah, I haven't opened it yet. I badly want to open it, but I also don't want to open it at all.
Right.
It's next to the Rippaverse stuff that I've got, and my framed copy of from Auntie, that Ginger Ninja, the comic that he did. There. But maybe if we all meet up in Dallas, I'll bring the graphic novel and we can all try not to
Jizz on
drool
it
and
together.
splooge all over it. Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yep.
Nicholas, Earth is just forgotten in time.
But
yeah, Earth has been long lost to history before any of this stuff starts.
There are mentions of it in the series. So
Well-
everybody did originate from Earth. There are no actual aliens in most of Dune until
they're all
Anya
pretty much-
Taylor-Joy shows up.
Well, you know,
she
it's
looks
just
like an alien.
the thing is with
Okay, wait,
Chani
hold on,
is
hold on.
that the thing with Chani is that they could have really leaned into the woke business, and this is what I was getting at earlier. Is she's basically like, you know, the way she is presented to me, at least the way I think of her. This is why I like the version of her in the sci-fi version, is they have her as more like a native person, right? Like you could have ran with something like that instead of Zendaya. Like I just don't understand.
Well,
it.
Comics and I said it. The other person on the poster, the other female one that they end up burning, and is her friend.
The friend.
She would have been a much better casting for Chani.
Probably, or like we said, Florence Pugh even probably would have filled it better than this.
Well, I mean, you know who you need is Chani? An MMA fighter. That's who you need is Chani.
What did I say? What did I say Sunday night?
Yeah, you did and got
And
yelled at for it.
everybody roasted me.
Not me. I didn't.
I mean, everybody.
Because I
got up
agreed
for
with you.
myself.
If it was, Gina Carano about 10,
Gina
15
Carano
years
from
ago.
10 years
perfect.
ago.
She would have done this.
She would have
She'd have made it happen.
Yeah, she'd have been fine 10, 15 years ago. Sure.
And that's the kind of woman, that Chani is. She's a very strong, like I said, I picture
Well,
like a
all
native
Fremen
woman.
are.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like in my head, I picture her being like that typical like native woman that we picture in like those paintings and stuff.
Okay,
like
what about
no,
Amber Mid Thunder
No idea who that
from
Let me look
from
this up.
the
Amber-
Predator, from the Native American Predator, Prey?
Yeah, that's possible.
Mid Thunder.
Mid Thunder,
Yeah.
and that's her name, right?
That would have
I
been
mean-
a better choice, probably. Yeah, that would be more along the
But
lines.
with
of
the
what I'm
Fremen,
thinking.
you're talking about people that where they came from is there was a jihad, the Butlerian jihad, that overthrew the thinking machine overlords. So the thinking machine overlords were AI that used human brains to become sentient and take over and enslave all of humanity. And they were overthrown from that. And it was a group of people that got into a
So,
ship, off they went,
Mark
and they crash
Zuckerberg?
landed. Yeah, they crash landed on Dune.
Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg.
So, and they crash landed on Dune, and they tried the shields and all this other stuff, and the worms came and killed them and all, and they had to learn and trial and error all this stuff to live in this arid place and how to survive. So it's a survival story, but you become, when you're living that far on the edge, right? There's none of this woke shit is around. It's not in Chani's nature at all, based on 10,000 years of genetics, to be a petulant child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No, by
not
that age,
there.
you're an adult amongst those people.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It really is that. You are an adult at like 10, right? You're expected to do things. It's more like Sparta, where they, if you're going to, there's no one in those tribes that are going to have any kind of a defect. They can't have them. Life is very hard. And you're like, okay, you're born and you can't walk. Gone. They take your water. You have to be that way to
Like the Rings
survive.
of Power hobbits.
Exactly.
Well, that's where Children of Dune comes in, right? Like
Break their wheels.
And that's what I'm going to get me more upset, because that's the story I like more. Because this is one of those few times where, like, to me, it actually gets better as you go along. Normally, when these series go, it just, peters off into crap usually.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you have like a whole story to tell with Paul, right? From beginning to end through the first Dune book through Children of Dune. You don't have to go any farther than that. I mean, if you really, really wanted to, you could do some prequels, I guess. But
the prequels
like, to me,
make good movies.
They should do those as a TV show, basically. And I think that's part of what Benny Gesserit thing is going to be covering, because I think it's meant to be a
Sisterhood's
prequel.
a prequel.
Yeah. So like, I mean, yeah, there's lots you can explore in this world, but like, to me, I feel like I would love to praise the movie. I would love to feel like I was satisfied with what I got, but I'm left thinking, now what are you going to do with what's left over? And there's so much more for you to cover.
Yeah.
It feels like the prequels all over again in a weird way.
Well, yeah.
To where we knew like George Lucas was playing with his nuts,
Yeah.
and he should have been getting to this story. And then there's that interview out there where he flat out says, yeah, I kind of screwed up. I put like 5 minutes of story in the first film, 5 in the second film. And then when I realized I got to the third film, I got like 5 hours of story to tell in 2 hours. It's like, duh, George.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and I mean, that's the thing. The stuff that they changed is going to greatly impact Children of Dune or Messiah, whatever the fuck they're going to call it, right?
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah, and that's obviously going to be an issue. Because like, where do they go from here? The fact that they didn't kill Paul's son, which is ultimately what leads him to,
the dark side.
Yeah, the dark side. The Fremen are the ones that want a jihad. It wasn't Paul like they did in the movie. Where do they go from here? And I think that is definitely a valid issue in question
That's my issue.
for the third movie, because like I said, as movies, I think the first two are great, but I have a feeling that you're right, Tom, that the third one's going to be a big fucking mess.
But it's going to be even more marginal, because there are tons of book readers that have never gone past the first book.
Yeah.
So most people don't know the story anyway past the first book. The first book is so dense, that's where most people stop.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of
he can
interesting
basically do
stuff,
whatever
too,
the hell he wants, and there's very few people that are going to know that he's doing something that isn't in line with the story.
And that's what I'm afraid of, Brahma.
Yeah, also consider too that Villeneuve is only planning to do one more, which means he doesn't necessarily have to set it up to keep going, so he can pick and choose pieces that complete whatever story arc he's doing, and then he's done. So he doesn't have to.
Which is a mistake.
He doesn't have to keep going with like
God Emperor
Pluto 2 and God Emperor and all that other stuff.
Because it made sense to me at first to split Dune 1 into 2 movies.
Right.
Hell, I would have done it as a trilogy. And then, like
You
I said,
could have done
Dune
that.
Messiah is not even like a full-on book from my memory. It's like almost like a novella, isn't it? It's just a shorter story. Because
I'll grab it.
It's the shortest one, I think.
Yeah, and in that respect, that way it made more sense to do, okay, if you're going to do a trilogy and do that as the ending film, but it ends in a way you can't end it there. You have to move on to Children of Dune, or you're not finishing the story.
Dune.
Yeah. Well, and that's why Sci-Fi
Dune
Channel
Messiah.
did the
There you
two.
go. See,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about half the book. Well, we said
So
Dune
right there in
was
itself is its
500.
own
This is
movie.
270 pages.
Yeah, and you could cram that into one movie. But now you're cramming a bunch of stuff from the first story now into the second film, or the third film, I should say, second story.
Yeah, Messiah is almost an appendix to the first Dune movie or Dune book to get it
Right.
set up for the rest of the Dune story.
It's almost as Messiah is the 15 to 20 chapters that he couldn't get them to publish in the first Dune book. Yeah.
We should reiterate for the latecomers that we all enjoyed the film. We're nitpicking.
I know.
Oh yeah. I gave this film a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Culture gave it a 9 out of 10. We're telling you, go see this.
I liked it the most out of all of them, and I gave it an 8.5.
This is nerdy nitpicking.
Yeah.
No, God
This is
Emperor
like
of Dune
Gary
should be like
says in his
7
comic
movies.
book shop when you got everybody sitting there screaming back at each other and all this stuff.
And a lot of this is picking fleas, but Zendaya's and Chani's situation, unfortunately,
Actually,
is
the
like
original
a
Dune
big
book is
goddamn tick.
704 pages, and
For
Messiah's only
me,
304.
My biggest criticism of the
suppose it
movie
depends on
is
how it's
Depends on
Zendaya.
which
That is my biggest
Depends on
problem.
the thing. Yeah.
Because
What was that,
I'm looking
comics?
at mine, it's 500 and
He said
270.
his basic criticism of the movie was Zendaya.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately,
can it
like I
not
said, it's
be?
the writing. I mean, you could have gotten past, okay, yeah, she sucks as an actress, but at least they got the character right?
Mhm.
But we don't
If
have
she
that.
didn't say much, but her facial expression,
Yeah, her
I can't
acting's-
get past
her
that.
acting's
Yeah.
is awful. God
Well,
awful.
we could also complain a little bit about Walken's use because
Oh, I
Walken
complained
was
about that
not
too.
put to use at all in this.
But just barely in the film.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be the most. The Emperor is a spineless, weak fool, but he is the most powerful person in the universe. So they probably could have devoted more than about 45 seconds to him. And when he is there, most of the time, he's not saying anything. He's just participating in the background, staring at people.
He's
Well, this
just
is where-
there because there was no one else that could take over the very important few lines he had to say.
Right.
That was
It was kind of sad that they did not implement more Walken because he didn't even go real Walken in it. He did a pretty straight acting job on it. but
Are
actually
you
there wasn't
saying
much.
we needed more Shadam?
You need more Walken.
I'm actually
The
glad you
Padishah
did-
Emperor of the known Imperium and universe.
I'm kind of glad we didn't get more being walking. I thought the subdued performance was a pretty good choice.
No, that's what I'm saying. He
Yeah.
wasn't
Tell
even
ya
going
about
full
the
Walken.
spice.
Yeah.
Saying he should have gone full Walken makes me wonder what would have been like if Nicolas Cage was in Dune and he went full Cage in a Dune movie.
Honestly, it should have been
spice.
somebody more
Well,
like
the
Nicolas
spice
Cage.
navigators.
Because that's another thing they didn't get right here. As much as I love Christopher Walken, the Padishah Emperor is like 200 some years old, but he still looks like he's 30. Because that's what the spice has done for him, right? Like that, they missed that too. I like him as the
Walken
character,
was a
but
dried up prune.
yeah,
Sorry.
he was very dried up. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I said he was a dried up prune. I mean, he had no fire in him at all in the movie, and I thought this is the Emperor. He has no power.
Well, Christopher Walken as the Emperor is Marlon Brando as Jor-El. It's the name.
Kind of, yeah.
No, yeah.
Because the character is supposed to be, like I said, I mean, he's supposed to be likable and all that kind of stuff, but that's kind of his problem is that he knows that Paul's dad, Leto, is becoming more likable than him, and that's why he's afraid of him. Right? Like he knows he's getting too popular and he may be able to usurp him, and that's why he sent him to his death.
That's
right.
what
Like,
starts the whole thing. Yeah.
yeah. So he is supposed to be this, and again, it's a great. He's just 20, 30 years too old to be playing it right now. So that's where I said Nicolas Cage probably would have been better, but nothing wrong with Walken. But
There was nothing wrong with Walken. They just didn't utilize him.
no. But this picture here that I'm sharing here in the background, this is her look through the whole fucking movie. This is that final look that she gives Paul.
That's her whole look in life.
And the whole,
Dude,
yeah.
Like literally everything that she does. Yeah, I mean, and throughout the film, and yeah, you're right. She just looks like this is the look that annoyed the shit out of me. She just looks like this, petulant
Petulant.
child. Yeah.
She just looks like
Yeah,
she's
she
been
needs
dying
to
of
be given a timeout.
Yeah.
That's what this says. And the thing is,
it's not intimidating. This
it's
is my
not.
complaint
This
about
is
her.
not intimidating. It's off-putting. It's like
It's like
this
she was
is-
told
I'm
she
sitting
can't
there-
go to the fucking mall.
Exactly. I'm
Stop
taking away your
grounding me,
cell
saying
phone.
I can't go to the mall.
Yeah,
I'm
taking away your
pissed
cell
off.
phone.
I'm taking away your cell phone. You're not going out to the mall. And I've seen it. That's the all right. I've raised 5 kids. I've seen this exact fucking look from the 2 girls when they were 8 years old.
The you can't tell me what to do.
Exactly. And they
Resting
learned very
bitches.
quickly, oh, yes, I can.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah.
Strip her of her still suit and put her in timeout.
No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
She could
anyway.
slide right out of it. Yeah.
Indeed. Well, guys, went over an extra 30 minutes, so I think it's time to get out of here. And
Tom's off stage.
Tom's
What happened to
talking
Tom?
away.
Oh shit, Tom's off stage.
But Culture's on stage.
Sorry.
Culture was on stage, but I wasn't. What the hell?
Sorry, my bad.
It's okay, Tom.
I hit the 6th panelist. I didn't realize we switched.
I was
It's
making
all
a
right, Tom.
point
You
and
weren't
everything
saying
and I
anything
forgot it.
important. Don't worry about it.
I thought I was.
Well, hold on, Tom.
I want the truth.
I can't handle the penis.
Fuck
There you
you.
go.
That's my name.
All right, Tom.
Fuck you. That's my name.
Where can the people find you?
Oh, we're already done? Oh.
Yeah.
You can find me probably watching Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead remake.
No. Oh God.
I got to see this just to see how bad it is. April 12th.
It's probably gonna be bad. I had no idea they're even doing that. That's crazy.
It dropped out of nowhere. The trailer, well, the teaser trailer.
Because the original is such a classic.
We do have a whole shitload of memes.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
fuck.
gonna say, we got
yeah, we
memes
got
and
memes,
shit,
don't
yeah.
we?
We got
Shit. Yeah,
memeries.
you're right. My bad.
You're just trying to get me to shut up.
Well, we got Tom out of the way now.
Nobody cares.
Let's get the memes.
I'll drop out just before the memes, guys, because I gotta go.
Alright,
but
well-
Hey, Brian.
I'll see you. Yeah, I got nothing much to promote other than Saturday night bourbon and boarding with Brahma, and then other stuff. But it's been great. Hope everyone has a great rest of the night. Enjoy the memes, and I'm sure there will be one or two of me with sort of very woolen appearance.
A very bovine creature.
Oh yeah, there will
Yes,
be.
Exactly. There'll be no ovine phobia in my memes, I hope so. But yeah, good night, everyone. Take care. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Later. Peace. Bye. Cheerio, cheerio.
Oh yeah, that. Sorry, hold on.
70s
Damn
wants
it.
to pull out and he's forced to
I'm
stay
trying to pull out rapidly.
I can't. There it is.
He was acting sheepish.
He was acting sheepish.
All right, we'll eschew with the meme music. Ensign Comics, DEI manager USS Titan, killed by USS Titan crew. Oh no.
Nothing of value was lost.
That is not a DEI manager. It's a white male.
That's true. That's true.
Everybody knows every DEI manager is usually a black chick.
And that's why he was killed.
Well, that could be a chick. You never know. It is the
Oh, is it
21st
Rachel
and a half
Dolezal?
century.
You haven't read his profile yet to find out what the pronouns are.
You haven't.
Shit.
You just misgendered him.
And he identifies as black.
You
Probably,
misgendered a
yeah.
dead man. Core member, this is really good. Core member comes back with "We Are Saved." Victoria is Sydney Sweeney. Hollywood is saved. She's going to be in everything.
What is Victoria? Is this a real show thing? That looks like AI.
She's Queen Victoria. Is there anyone else on the stream?
I am.
Okay, because I'm not hearing comics saying anything.
He has.
Jason looks like he's masturbating.
I muted. That's why I was coughing.
Oh, okay,
then.
sorry. All right.
He was
AOC family reunion attends there. That's pretty good.
Yeah, looks like a family reunion. Looks genuine.
Shouldn't that be a black horse?
Oh.
Oh.
Well, at the very least, brown.
And if any one of the squad is going to be writing one of their family members, wouldn't it be Ilhan Omar?
Omar, there it is.
Oh, ouch. Ouch. Holy shit.
Hey, that's my brother.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
He ain't heavy.
No, he's not. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. We don't. Well, I don't know if we need to see this.
We definitely do not.
Well, culture looks like Timothy Chalamet.
It does.
His favorite person in the world. God, he really hates him. It's funny.
He does.
Oh, he is a.
There's a lot of jiggle going on there. Yeah.
Tommy is a soy.
Yeah, there's a lot of jiggle.
Mama told me what happened to you yesterday. What? That was stupid. How the hell you gonna get fired on your day off? I don't know. Mama told me.
Wow. Oh. Culture Bob sells off 90+% of Disney cock. Oops, I mean stock.
Oh my.
Yeah. He could be Bob Iger. You know what? I'm going to say this.
Small head.
Jaffo, I love the fact that you made the head smaller in proportion.
I know.
That really is great. Oh, for Monkey Jeebus. Don't tell Mom Culture Casino is dead. Oh, no. Oh, my
You
God.
gotta tell me what to fucking do.
Should be don't tell Mom Auntie Culture's dead.
That's
Auntie
awkward.
culture, yeah.
It's awkward because I've always considered Culture the mom of this channel.
Oh, God.
At the very least, the babysitter.
You mean
wow?
You guys aren't excited for Tyra Banks's race swap remake?
No,
I mean,
not really.
come on.
I can't say I was excited for the first movie to begin with, so I'm not going to be excited for this one.
Shitty films you make, money you will lose.
Indeed.
Indeed, that has happened. All right, here we go.
That is very accurate.
Oh, I hate Dune spoilers from Black Sparings.
Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious.
That is so good. If I'd have seen that, I would have put that up on screen.
Oh God.
Yes. Oh, people are griping about spoilers for a movie that you can go read a book or see 2 other versions of it already.
It is a 70-year-old book.
Like, I mean,
yeah. But
it'd be like if somebody did a movie of the Bible and they're like, no, don't spoil it. I don't want to know if Jesus dies.
Damn you, Charlton Heston. I didn't know what happened to Moses.
Race swap Jesus with Mary.
What the hell?
Race swap 2.
Joseph, totally out of it. Not in the movie at all. Cut him out completely.
Mary Magdalene don't need no man.
Indeed.
And the worst part is when they're like, Pontius Pilate, he might have had a point, they said. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. When short people get angry. Oh, that's not nice.
Short people got
no
it's true,
reason.
But
short people got
No, apparently there's more of them in the pantheon.
That's what happens to short people right there. Holy crap, holy. Culture is very excited.
Culture's
about
face makes it 100% better.
End up in bed. Oh God. Oh man, that is so good.
The only thing I would change on this is at the end when they're in bed, I would just have Culture's face now be frowning.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
And just pure disappointment.
Pure
because his
disappointment.
ass is going to look like the Dune bucket after he's done with it. You see the size of that?
I can't. Comics is
handle
comics
the
is
memory.
amused, but doesn't want to be amused.
No, I think
That
it's
is the
pretty
look
fucking
I'm
funny. What are you
seeing.
talking about?
It's hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious. Okay, we watched this
You're
like
kind
5
of like,
times.
well,
What? Sorry. Look at that. Comics
He looks
division's
kinda
the
like
new
Superman.
Mhm.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
looks like
yeah,
Superman.
maybe.
I think that's good.
So is the pic a complete fake? I
James
saw
Gunn
it floating
is
around on
saying
Twitter.
Fake on his Thread account, but who knows? Maybe he's lying. It wouldn't be the first time that he has said something and it's been another thing. So who knows? Anyways,
I won't show it again. Sorry. Gail. Oh, my! You startled me. I was miles away. 1. Is everything all right? 2. Bard. Care to tell me why you were conjuring an image of the goddess?
Yeah,
Is that from the
Yeah, it's from Baldur's Gate 3.
boarding? Okay. Not from your game earlier? Or is
No.
Okay.
Oh,
it's
here's
just
comics
me
division. Dog.
refaced onto a hobbit.
Yeah.
Halfling. Yeah, so we're all refaced onto dogs, or dogs are faced onto us, or whatever.
we're dog faced.
That's not a dog.
Dog face pony. Yeah, it's a sheep.
That's a pony soldier.
Dog face pony soldier.
This is Corn Pop. Corn Pop was a bad dude.
You mean Corn Pup?
Corn Pop. Sorry.
Corn pup,
Corn
yeah.
Pop.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Well, Corn Pop's dog was Hot Dog. Sorry.
That's the first dog I've ever wanted to just kick.
Is it because it's culture?
Yeah.
Too bad he's not here to enjoy that.
I'm just kidding.
I'm
we
man's
love culture.
best friend.
Yeah, these are my best friends.
These are my best friends.
Hey,
Oh,
I like
there you
that.
go.
That's pretty accurate.
Hey, everybody, we're gonna get laid.
Hey.
And
Tom
Central Bell
Hefner
super
will
chat.
Yeah, Tom Hefner will borrow Brahma's jacket for his fans. And there's Corey.
There, Sir talks
That's
a lot.
he's a cocker spaniel.
That's Sir Barks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, comics.
How many ears does that dog have? I count at least 3 sets of ears. There's the ears hanging down, there's the ears above those, and then there's the like cat ears on the top of the head.
It just makes it much more funnier.
It's freaking me out.
I know.
It's man, cat, dog.
Yeah.
Man, bear, pig.
This freaks me out.
It's like if you morphed Brahma with a dog and the guy from the general from Avatar.
Oh yes, him.
Yeah.
Rama with hair is like Stone Cold Steve Austin with hair. It just doesn't look right.
The eyebrows are a bit thick too. Mine are
Yeah, you
basically
need to have
disappearing.
Not too many of those. Eat crow, nice. That is good. Oh my
That's
god.
what he's named his vagina.
Eat the crow.
No, crow is what he named
Yeah,
it.
crows. Eat the crow.
I was gonna say he looks like a crow. So does he eat himself?
Those are some big feet. Wonder what that means. Oh no. Oh, that's not good.
Well, I got taken out like a bitch in the movie.
Oh god,
I
yeah.
look like a little old lady.
You do. And in 70s is muffled. Okay. I'm gotta see.
Is the other one Tom?
That's Tom.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that's
Tom.
me.
Tom 70s and the balds.
Yeah, the balls.
It's the balds. And I had made fun about somebody grilling up Punk Waddle, and then Irate Specialist came up with this one. So the cigarette's a good. That's a good.
Speaking of Brahma as the Beast Raban, did anybody else get upset that he didn't get beheaded?
Yes.
Yes. I think we talked about that after the show on Monday, but and the fact that they like tried to do a build up to Brolin and him going at it, and then, just walk up, stab, dead, done.
It was.
Oh yeah, that was horribly done. That was the worst scene in the movie.
Oh, and
I mean, the fight
sorry
with
if
Paul
people
and-
came back after spoilers. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I doubt it.
What? They didn't come back.
No, there
All
were a
right,
few
that's
people
it.
that said when they started to see the memes, they would take it off mute.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oops.
No, well,
My
there you
bad.
go. It's all right.
That was my bad, actually. I'll take the credit for that. I might do some Mead Radio if I can get my computer started fast enough.
What do you
What
want
do you
now?
want now?
The other computer.
Ah.
So I do that from the old computer.
I got you. Anything else, Tom?
I don't want to load this thing up with anything that might destroy it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because it's still under warranty.
That's when you
I got a
can
Doom
destroy
bucket.
it.
I know you're jealous.
I'm really not.
Yeah, you are.
We know what's going to be happening for the 20 minutes it takes him to set up Mead Radio.
Indeed.
Yeah, a big.
Actually,
bucket
I got
for this.
12 minutes to do it.
Belle, how are you doing?
I'm trying to get everything off of mute.
I was wondering if you fell asleep.
No. Yeah, thanks for having me. Very interesting discussion. Shogun, thumbs up. Dune, flat. But yeah, go see them both. Go see them both. Check them out. Also, have a great weekend. And happy leap year, ladies.
Oh yeah, it's happy leap day. It's about to end in 13 minutes for me. Thanks, Belle.
Thanks.
Jason
Hey.
and the
Thanks for having
Argonauts.
Odyssey, we are 4 away from 600, and we're over 2,500 on YouTube. And Monday, Heidi Gygax would be our guest.
Holy shit! No way.
Heidi and her husband Eric Garland. They're going to be talking about the new Kickstarter RPG they just launched, and I think maybe I'm given to understand that we might have some announcements during the show. I'm not sure what she's got planned because somebody else set it up and said, "Hey, you want to be on the show?" And she went, "Yeah, sure." So I don't know what's going to happen on Monday, and it will be episode 666.
Episode of the Beast.
Yes, on March 4th, which is the anniversary of Gary Gygax's death. So it's this perfect.
Wow, that's like a
storm
really
of
weird culmination of things.
right. we may break the internet again by interviewing another Gygax.
Right
Sounds
on.
like a doom stream.
Right? I don't know. So that's what's going on here. So
All right, well, thank you.
yeah, thanks for having me.
Probable.
I'm not going through the whole list of things I'm on. I will say that yesterday's Christian panel went very well on Carrie Smith's channel, so go check that out. And the Dadcast on Poor Choices was fun on Tuesday. Saturday, I've got Bourbon and Boarding coming up with 70s. And Tuesday nights, I've been doing Party Animals, so go check some of those out. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Nick Weiser.
Hey, so tomorrow night, we'll be celebrating 50 years of a certain Canuck with claws on the Comic Shop show, Wolverine, because, well, Marvel's not going to do it, so we're going to do it ourselves. And what else? Oh, I'll be back here next week. Of course, I'll be at Midnight's Edge after dark. So, oh, and I'm going to be on Base as Fuck Monday with the Krigler show.
Oh, nice.
Woo! So
Make
it's
sure to
gonna
tell the
be
Krigler I said hi. Hope he's
huge.
doing
I
well.
will. Well, he's got a kid on the way.
I
now,
know. I
so-
saw that. That's amazing. That's fantastic.
So yeah, thanks for having me. It was fun, and especially for the last hour to just kick back and watch you guys debating Doom was absolutely glorious. So you all in the chat have a magical evening. I hope to see some of you tomorrow evening on my channel. Thanks for having me, comics.
Thank you, sir. And of course, there's the Flu Man himself, the Flu Manchu, Toxic Man Flu.
The Flu Manchu. Wow, that's pretty cool. So Friday, tomorrow, F&T Comics Division will be on there. After that, you've got Culture opening his own box. I bet you when he opens it up, there's going to be a dick inside. He's going to do that with Andy Masterson. Saturday, Bourbon and Boarding. Sunday, you've got Valiant Renegade. You got Tom with the shit list. And after that, Culture will probably do an After Dark. The intros are longer than his 6-minute dailies. Yes. Monday Meltdown will be doing that. We're going to start putting the website into the descriptions. Comicsdivision.com. You go out there, of course, you got the store, but we're also member areas that we've been working on for things that are out there. There's the store, and we've also got some member areas exclusives to be out there. Some of the stuff behind the scenes that we're putting together now. We've also got some blogs that are being written, and we're going to have those out for everybody to see. I just haven't decided with comics whether or not we're going to make those for everybody to see, or if we're going to put them in the member area. Vegas, April 10th, 11th, and 12th. At the Millennium Fandom Bar, there will be a meetup on the 10th and the 11th. This does link straight to Millennium Fandom Bar. Dallas Fan Expo, June 6th, 7th, and 8th. A lot of us will be there. Location is still working. We're working with others in the fandom behind the scenes to make that happen. And at some point, Nick and I are going to do Pizza with Nick and the Man Flu. So we've been talking about doing this for a while, but I figured if I put it up there, we would eventually make it happen. So we've got that that we're going to do as well. And I'd say we will be drawing lines around pineapple preference.
I got good news, Talks. I found a few places that we can do in Dallas for this.
Nice. So, we got to do that breakfast place in Dallas again. Oh my God, we have to do that.
Yeah,
And we got to do Batista's in Vegas again.
Yeah. Oh, Batista's, that was good.
That place is great.
Yeah. So if you're on Subscribestar, come on over, do this. I need to, if you're a Subscribestar member at the $5, $10 level above that, there are perks here that we want to give you. I need you to come over
register here. We'd prefer that you moved over from Subscribe Star to here. And that way I've got it. Just tell me. So there's a link here that sends an email to me. And you just say, hey, I was Subscribe Star over here. Comics and I will match you up. And then I've got the perk packages around the discount codes and the sticker packs and a few other things. And depending on your level, I'm working on the shirt design, the member design that we'll be able to customize from there. If you are on Rumble, you come over at the $5 level, $4.99. All right, so just send me an email on that, and I will figure out how to get you over or how to make all that work. And like I said, I'm doing this best I can. And for YouTube members, the difference is it's going to take a year because of the 30% charge that they have for the perks and everything to happen from there. So again, you can come over, email me, keep your YouTube membership if we want. We would like you to come over and have stuff here. But Comics and I are working those things behind the scenes. We met on that this week, in fact.
Yes.
So good stuff going on. And we'll be doing one for Culture. There's also Mr. H Reviews. He has a store. Let me get that over there. Mr. H Shop. All right. So Mr. H Shop as well, for those of you that watch Tom and Culture over at Mr. H. His plushie's been doing pretty well with stuff there. The Jasper plushie out there in space. But give Mr. H a look too. And appreciate you going over and doing that. And we're working with Mr. H about doing a member area here as well. It's just we got to make sure the perks are at a high enough level that you're going to get value out of that. All right, that's what I got.
Cool. I just realized that Eric dropped some roll rants. So Eric K for $1 says, a TV commercial about diabetes medicine is funny. Everyone is huge. I wonder why you got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
Wilford Brimley.
And Mod
got
Eric for another
diabetes.
$1 says, Tom Holland and Hollywood likes ladies who look like 12-year-olds. Yeah, 12-year-old boys. Well, we know Hollywood has a preference.
That's true. All right. So I'm going to drop those. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that was it.
At least
I'm
a few
dropping the
of
Dune
them.
books.
At least a few of the 12-year-old boys or 24-year-old women.
Yeah.
It's a nice change. Freaks.
Anyway, folks, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone who donated on the YouTube and Rumble side. Thank you for all of you who dropped memberships as well. Duly appreciated. Like I said, you guys keep the lights on. Literally, keep the lights on. Do appreciate it. On that note, we are out of here. Talks, you already have the
Do I have something pulled up for this?
Oh, no, I got it right here.
What, this one? What?
I'm the dumbest fucker in the world.
That's
And have this
Still way too loud.
Corn pop.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. A huge thanks to all the supporters. Without you, Comics Division would probably be hoeing on a corner somewhere.
Oh, there's a volume.
Yeah, but it's supposed to keep it.
Randall, I don't think you really want us to gag you with entertainment.
It's a read specialist. JB. Afro. Jim Wong. It's almost as if you did these in alphabetical order. Just in the red shirt.
As if, yeah.
Very hilarious.
Amazing what happens when you're able to download
Spags.
all the members in Excel and then
click sort.
Sort. Yeah. Makes things easier. Yeah.
Hey, there's
Crazy.
Randall Orr's shirt. Saltzilla.
Oh, and Wes
Sean
Moody
Easton.
was over in Rumble.
Oh, hey, Wes.
Haven't
Speaking
seen him
of
in
a
a
man
little
we
bit.
haven't talked to in a while, how you doing, Wes? Hope you're well.
Your Muslim uncle. Lashy.
You're still all bigots.
Oh, there's Nick. Finally, he wakes up.
Mexican Iron Man had a birthday. I think he was like
Too old to
37.
jump out of a window.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching.
I mean, that's 50
you
in Mexican
are
years.
amazing.
Not with all those siestas. Come on.
That's right.
Oh my god. Oh, you're horrible.
Yeah.
I am a horrible man.
Keeps them young.